What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to your match reaction for Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 3. Holy crap. Ladies and gents, we finally did it. Mauricio Pochettino has won 3 games in a row in the Premier League. He's finally done it. Which puts us very, very close to 6th place, only in goal difference are Newcastle ahead of us. But ladies and gents, we have now put ourselves 1 game ahead of Manchester United, depending if they win their game tomorrow, which most of us think they won't. But hey, who knows? They might, cause Arsenal to derail for sure this time and lose the league. But time will tell. I am Marshalldbdx, accompanied by the panel of Ladimus Prime, Oliver Twist, Real Chicken Nugget, Chris, and Scott. And ladies and gents, before we start, as always, be sure to smash up the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever we do go live. Check out the links in the description below for more content from everyone here. As well as leave a comment down below if you're watching this in the future, so you can let us know your thoughts on everything we're going to be discussing, as well as the game. And check out the memberships, because there are 4 different tiers that start off at 99p. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, we do these match reviews. We do the quick summary of the game. Quick summary of today's match. We had the same lineup pretty much as last week because we didn't have much of a choice, with the exception of some players now returning from injury on the bench, including Reese James, Raheem Sterling, and Kunku was more available this time than before. And there was a few other players I'm sure that I'm forgetting to mention, which we'll discuss as well. But this game started off hot on Chelsea's end with a wonderful pass from Cole Palmer over to Mykhailo Mudryk, who's making a brilliant run and finds a way to slot it right in behind the Nottingham Forest net, giving us the lead in the beginning of the game, 8 minutes in. But then 8 minutes later, of course, from what I believe was a set piece. I think it was a set piece. Maybe, yeah, it was a set piece. Free kick. Sure. Free kick. Willy Boley finds himself scoring a goal. Unmarked, bad defending, set piece defending. We've known this of Chelsea and Pochettino all season. The set piece defending has been absolutely poor, and it shows with the Willy Boley equalizer. Then we looked bang average for the most part in that first half, with a few chances here and there. And then the second half, bang average, even more. And it shows because, unfortunately, in the 74th minute, the moment a lot of fans have been waiting for, Callum Hudson-Odoi to score on Chelsea, which I find so bizarre, giving Nottingham Forest the lead. Callum Hudson-Odoi doing a celebration, which, at the end of the day, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. But it should bother some people that were stands of this guy, but we'll discuss that as well. And then Nottingham Forest are now beating us 2-1. They needed a draw to be safe from relegation, so they had something to fight for in this match as well, and the win was definitely overachieving. Some substitutions from Poch, Raheem Sterling coming on, as well as Reese James, who most of us called, or a particular one of us exactly called to the T, that Pochettino would react to a loss by bringing on Reese James to try to change the tides of the game. Now, some of us didn't want it because we don't want Reese James to get hurt, but we saw today Reese James make an appearance for the first time since his surgery. But prior to his appearance, Raheem Sterling, and I want some of you guys to notice that a certain particular is not here right now. He will be here later. He better be here later. But Raheem Sterling comes in to this match and scores a wonderful finesse shot to give Chelsea the draw. We are 2-2. And only 2 minutes later, with the double right back formation, we saw Reese James cross it into the box. A wonderful cross that finds Nicholas Jackson's head. and the dagger to Nottingham Forest. They're still fighting relegation. Chelsea get the 3-2 victory, and we move 3 victories in a row in the Premier League. Hopefully we can make it 4. We're still chasing Europa League, but a wonderful comeback from Chelsea. I would say good substitutions from Pochettino, but were they good substitutions? Well, you know what, Chris? For one, I'm going to give you the starters on this because I'm sure you have plenty to say and people have plenty to react to. So let's go ahead and Chris, the floor is yours, Chris. I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
Obese to Reese James, man. He saved us from a disappointing result, man. That's what he did. I haven't really got probably not as much to say about this whole Reese James. He's just starting out, but what I will say about Reese James, I'm surprised how good he started today because it wasn't even just about the assist today. He started by starting really well, making his runs, making his crosses, his through balls are great. We just saw the Reese James what we saw a fair few months back where he's playing against the other teams, but he played really well today. But I want to say we got very lucky today. Chelsea was, like you said, bang average. We were so shit today. No one was really doing much. Cole Palmer, I felt like he's the only one in the first half creating something. He was actually creating chances for Chelsea. He created the first goal. He created a good chance for Jackson today as well. I'm not sure if that's second half or first half, but he created a very good chance to Jackson, but Jackson didn't put it away, that one. But yeah, Cole Palmer, second half wasn't that great, but I thought he still one of our best players today. We was just bang average, and I'm glad we got that result because if we didn't get this result, it would very annoy me because we saw Newcastle drop points today. Obviously, Tottenham almost dropped points to Burnley, and we could have maybe got game points in Tottenham, but they will drop points against City and other teams like that. So we need to keep getting these results. I'm glad we got the result, but this performance was a bit worrying. But because this Nottingham Forest is in very bad form, they've lost most of the games in the last 5 games. So I was very disappointed how badly we played, considering we played well against West Ham and who's the team before West Ham? I'm trying to think. We won 2-0 to Tottenham. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, so it was very disappointing. I'm glad to see Reese James play. I didn't want to see Reese James come on after when we was losing. I don't want us to rely on Reese James, but that's how good Reese James is sometimes. You just gotta bring him on to actually save this club because Reese James can create stuff out of nothing. You can do stuff no other fullback can really do sometimes. The best of the best can do it, like Trent and him and other fullbacks, of course. But yeah, I'm glad we got this result, but it's still worrying how we played. It's very worrying because we let Cho have fun against us today. I knew he was going to score today.
Bang average.
Yeah, Cho is bang average, but he was having too much fun against Chelsea. Now, I don't know what the fuck that was because every time
beans over toast.
he was cutting in too much, and Chelsea, I don't. He was cutting in way too much. I couldn't understand why we can shield him off that. Why do we have to let him cut in every time and have a shot? Because he was getting closer and closer, and that one of the crossbar that was too close, and then he still cut it in and scored because we just kept letting him. It was he's a world class winger, but he's not. So I couldn't understand how we let him off so free. And Cho, I felt like Cho wanted to point to prove he's not as bad, but he's still not good enough.
Bang average.
But yeah, Cho can hold it after that celebration. It's you can just hold it. You can hold it. But yeah, I'm happy with the result today, man. I'm just all happy about that result. But I want to see us get the results in the next 2 games and a better performance, hopefully, because we play against who we play? Is it Bournemouth or Brighton? Brighton, I think.
Brighton, then Bournemouth.
That's probably gonna be a little bit of a worry because we're away again, but. We just, one game at a time. But I'm just praying we don't bottle top 6 because we shouldn't be bottom top 6. Newcastle got a way harder running us. We should be going through this quite comfortable now. But this is Chelsea. We've seen it this season. It's been poor.
We almost saw it this game.
We, like you said, Marshall, as well. This is our first time we won 3 games in a row in the Premier League. That is just unacceptable.
Embarrassing.
And we just about got it. Just about. Mm-hmm. It's annoying to see, but this is our season, right? This is our terrible season. Everybody around us is shit as well, but we're just as shit as Newcastle and United and all these teams. Well, do you see something? That's what I said.
Oh, the comments are wild,
Hey.
but I think the overall consensus is the next person we go to is Prime. What are your thoughts on the game? Prime, your thoughts?
Are you okay, Marshall? Okay.
No,
Oh.
the T, it's not going down.
No,
so
I
well.
worry about your health, Marshall. Are you okay?
Me too, but Prime,
Without you,
the channel's
without you,
first before my health.
without you, there is no Casually FC. That's guys, players in the chat.
Chris, if I die, turn this into Reese James FC.
That's all. I'm not gonna go until Marshall's
Casually
okay.
Reese.
I'm not gonna go until Marshall's okay. Are you okay, Marshall?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I do agree with that comment. Imagine we had Osherman, man. Reese James costing the Osherman. That could be something else.
Should I get you some water?
No more, please.
God, I'm not sweating.
Can't be sipping on my water anymore. Dangerous. But Prime, tell me your thoughts on the game, man. I mean,
On the game.
you got the gang is here. The gang is looking for you. So,
You got like a wanted
Yeah.
line Prime.
People
yeah, a
wanna
little bit.
Bounty.
speak on this game. I mean, listen. It wasn't a good game for the very most part. In the first half, Poch, like outclassed by Nuno. The inverted fullback with Cucurella wasn't really working in the first half. But instead of Poch still sticking with it and seeing it through, he changed it completely. And then substitutions, like flooding the game with our best attackers in Nkuku, Raheem Sterling, and Reese James, like flooding with our best attackers, our best creative players. Like we were always going to be able to win the game eventually. Great ball from Palmer to find neither. Brilliant ball. Cho, he's still like an average footballer. He's still mid. Cue the button, Marshall.
Bang average!
But you know, why is it throughout the whole game he was getting that opportunity to cut in? Like, did he hit the post? I think a few minutes before. He was always looking for that chance to cut in and shoot. So yeah, they equalized. And then what? They go 2-0 or 2-1 up. I can't remember their second goal. I think it was from the set piece. Can't remember it. But anyway, Sterling comes on. As soon as Sterling was cutting inside, I knew he was going to score. And I keep telling you guys can say what you want about, not you guys, but like Chelsea fans, and say what they want about Sterling, give him all the abuse. But in terms of our forwards, he's the only one I trust to be able to score. And especially against these relegation sides. If we had Sterling to start the full game against Burnley or to start against Sheffield United, I personally believe we beat them. But whatever. But yeah, great equalizer. And third goal. Oh, you crooks want to try and rush me, so I'll speak on it. James comes on, and I think within 2 minutes and 52 seconds, I think that's what the time is. He's able to come up with that assist. Great ball for Jackson, and we've been missing that all season from an attacking standpoint. How many more goals would we have been able to create, or if we had that opportunity, say against against Burnley, for example, or Sheffield United, those two games recently, if we had that sort of outlet ball from the right hand side from James. So yeah, he got about 15 minutes. He looked good, to be fair. I'm seeing the love fest from Chelsea fans on Twitter. I want to pick up Casually FC and Prime hold that. Yeah. I'm seeing the love fest from people on Twitter. Just cool. But I also want people to like kind of take it a bit easy, because I know how fans are going to be reactionary, because we've got 2 games left. If he doesn't look his best in the next 2 games, I know how fans will go and flip-flop. So I want people to just like chill, relax, and let him actually like recover and gain full match fitness. After the game, I had to delete some some saved tweets and some drafts from my end. You know, Reese tweeted out before the game that he was ready to go, and I saved it, but I couldn't.
You should have retweeted it.
I did actually when it came out.
There you go.
I did anyway. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, everyone find it fun. Everyone wants to attack me, but we're all Chelsea fans. We should all be backing and loving each other, and we won the game. Be happy. But it's cool.
No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Also, so you could fuck the idea that we are all Chelsea fans. This fan base can burn in hell.
No, Scott. I agree. Everyone can burn in hell, but like, you know, we won the game. Is what it is. People who want to attack me, just be happy we won. Okay, but I'm assuming people want to have a cook session and say things about me. So, you guys can go ahead, Marshall, if you have anything else you want to say.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, obviously, I agree with you in that, in the sense of, let's settle down a little bit, because I told Chris after the game, I was like, Chris, you're really acting, you're really being shameless here, but who knows? Maybe tomorrow we hear the news like, yeah, Reese James aggravated his hamstring and now he's out for the rest of the season for sure. And I'm like,
Marshall said that, by the way, not me. If I said that,
no, I'm just saying, let's be careful, because at the end of the day, I still hold what I hold, right? I still hold that, for me, if Reese James is unable to complete at least 50% of the season next season, I'm ready to get him out of the club, because he's not if he can't stay fit for at least half the season, I can't hold on to him. I got to give him the same treatment I gave N'Golo Kante. And I respect N'Golo Kante. To this day, N'Golo Kante is still a fantastic midfielder, but he cannot stay fit. And in a game like this one, where we have 38 games in the season, we need players like Reese James, like, because not to give credit to Reese, what would have happened this season if we had Reese available for most of the games? Maybe we're talking about fifth, maybe we're talking about top four instead of trying to talk about competing for sixth place. So I think the criticism of Reese's injuries is very fair. I don't think the obese Reese shit is fair. I think that's ridiculous. But that's your agenda.
No, that's jokes. Me calling him obese Reese, it's funny.
That's you. That's never been me.
Funny.
But that's never been me. But at the end of the day, I think we've seen the impact and he can make. And you know what? I'm looking for the other highlights, but while I have it here, I might as well put up this one. We'll talk to you. We'll talk about you very soon, my friend.
But let me just say, Marshall, I like everything I've always said about Reese James. Like, take away because me and Chris had like a 40-minute long conversation. Take away all my banter stuff, right? Take away all the jokes. Everything I've said about Reese factually, like, I've been consistent on, and I've been right about him needing surgery, about his recovery and him constantly getting injured, about if he comes back from this injury and he's still injury prone, we might have to consider getting rid. Like, but if he stays fit, we keep him, because as I've always said, on ability and on talent, he is the best fullback. No one comes anywhere near close, and we've seen him do it. We've seen him shut down. We've seen how good he is going forward and going backwards.
Yeah.
But if he cannot stay fit, what's the point? That's why with Kante,
exactly.
I was on Kante's neck for 2 seasons before we ended up selling.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last season when we were on the show, Scott brought up the stats. The amount of availability for N'Golo Kante is shocking, and it was bad. So I'm worried that Reese James falls down the same path.
And do you know part of what has hurt Reese James for Chelsea haven't taken care of him for the past, not counting the season, the past 2-3 seasons since he's been at Chelsea? Reese has not had a backup fullback that's competent enough to do.
That is true.
He's had Aspilicueta, Chalobah, Cho, Pulisic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek to deputise for him, which means we've had to rush him back. Same with Kante. We've only had Kante, Kovacic, who's injury prone as well, and Jorginho, meaning we've had to rush back from injury. But if we had 2 or 3 extra midfielders, if we had another back, if we had a Gusto type since Reese has been here, or Aspie was a little bit younger, Reese wouldn't have to play so many games, and he would have been allowed to get injured and take his time to come back. Like we've seen, the only reason why Reese came in today was because we were 2-1 down to Nottingham Forest. If we were winning 2-3-0 comfortably, Reese doesn't come on this field because we don't need him. Poch threw the kitchen sink because I believe it. Poch threw the kitchen sink because we were losing. We didn't need to bring Reese on if we were comfortable and winning the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he would have let him on for a couple of minutes, like in Cuckoo last game, because we was like 4-0 up. He brought on Cuckoo to jog. I think you can let him on to jog around.
Because at this point, like Chris, why not just if you can get the win without Reese, why not just let him rest for the rest of the season?
He doesn't have, like say we were like 4-0 up, he can just chill right and just like run around and do a little jog here and there. He's not gonna have to give it 100%.
I am happy he's back. Like I am happy he's back. Like, and I hope he actually stays fit.
Mm-hmm.
We actually stays fit. We have. I said this to Chris.
Hold on.
I said this to Chris, and Reese is the best player in our squad on ability. He's better than Palmer, and we know how good Palmer is.
Yeah.
Reese is the best player in our squad, and keeping a fit Reese James.
Jesus, that's so high pitched.
You're a weird guy, Ahmed. Did you know that?
Real quick, let me read this super chat from C Nyack 24. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Reese looked fat as hell today, providing the game-winning assist. Mind you, Conte has been healthy this season after the same surgery. Just saying.
No, he hasn't. He's got injured.
I'm pretty sure he's played a lot of games,
No, he has had an injury this season.
He's had an injury, but I'm
I think he's better than me too.
Oh, look at Chris. Look at Chris. Chris is EDO, you know. He just loves defending all these Chelsea players, man. Swear to God, bro. That's what this guy is, man. Chelsea.
By the way,
Chris,
also, with Kante, can we just actually be real here and not act like the injuries are the only concern with Kante? The fact we were paying him £300,000 a week.
Can I say, like Kante still had a good way out of Chelsea. He literally was a monster in that midfield and Champions League run. He helped us win the Champions. Yeah, you can do us like a noises, right? But he was one of the best players in the world, by the way, at that point. He cooked Modric in that midfield, by the way.
Sinak, you fraud. Kante is playing in the Saudi league, the same league.
He also has had an injury this season.
Ronaldo for. Have some standards.
Hey, I don't know. I hate on a riot. So
You know what, Chris, man? Chris, bro, you need to.
He was still good.
Well, I do. Hold on. Before we go into the whole agendas that we have, right?
Worst Nigerian on that pitch.
He's the worst agendas. Like, can I talk about the game?
Well, we will talk about the game, but there's also agendas to discuss. And I know right now it's not convenient for you to talk about agendas, but when Tuchel was wrongfully taken, not given his goal, we want to talk about agendas all of a sudden. When it's convenient for you, you want to talk about agendas. Now when it's not, we're not going to talk about agendas. But let's talk about an agenda that's convenient for all of us, all right? This is a one agenda party right now. Let's talk about this agenda, because I didn't notice it at first. But the cooking is gonna be great. I can't wait for you guys to see this. All right, so I loaded up the goal for Reese James, right, or the assist that Reese James had, right?
Yeah.
And I want you guys to pick up on something here. So this is Reese here at the bottom. Oh, let me take this out of the way. Sorry. This is Reese at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And look at who is not tracking him. Hey, a certain number 14, the man who we should have never let go of, right? Well, look,
he can't track an overweight player.
Ahmed, are you telling Hudson-Odoi stand?
The fake 1v1 demon. The fake. Am I a fan of the fake 1v1 demon? Am I a fan of the fake 1v1 demon? I said we were going to. I was going to quit this club, supporting this club today if this guy won the game for them. I said that, bro. And this day was very close.
To be fair, sorry, I don't mean to offend you, but the only reason I asked is because you're also a Dallo stan, so I assumed you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Wow. Wowza.
So let's analyze this match, all right, or this play.
Never say that again.
Analyze.
So,
Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's 27?
Gusto.
That's Gusto.
Yeah.
You know, can I just point out? You know, I will point out here. You know, Cho does the right thing.
Yeah, because like he is going for gusto, like intercept that
Chris,
pass.
you know what it is, man. Marshall's hunting for something. You know what I mean? I don't
I'm
want to
just saying.
I mean, he failed at both anyway. Like he couldn't get gusto either.
Because I also want to give praise to Caicedo. Caicedo, to be able to find the pass and do this is crazy. Because, and I don't think Cho does the right thing because, actually maybe he does. I don't know.
He does the right thing. Number 15 is the left back, and he steps out into the midfield.
Yeah.
Look at all the space that Reese found.
That's insane.
But that's a quality.
It's insane.
Too many people are glazing Reese, but the ball is world class.
Oh yeah, the pass from Caicedo is brilliant, and they found him is insane. It's just they knew they haven't played it together all season, but Caicedo immediately saw the run and found him, and we get this play.
Reese was huffing and puffing, and he got there.
Hey, but he got there, and you get the brilliant cross here.
He also did a really good cross
very
earlier
accurate.
as well. Do you remember his other cross he did as well? What almost could have went to a just and went in.
Sorry,
That's
hold
such
that
a
back
good
a little
cross.
bit. Like a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
and play.
So much space, it's insane. 3 guys trying to mark one guy basically.
Yeah, if that's Gusto, he's making that cut back to. Is that Nkuku at the edge?
I probably would do
Probably.
that.
I don't think. I would argue Gusto doesn't even find this much space, to be honest.
Yeah, true. It shows the quality of Reese, by the way, to actually not just like, because most people would see Jackson but wouldn't be able to make that ball.
Can we just say, you know, we don't need to glaze Reese James. We know Reese James is quality. We know what he's good at. We know that he's an amazing player. But can he play 390 minutes of football?
Yes, next season.
That's no. Like, you know,
What do you mean no?
No. Like the question you have to ask yourself is, can Reese James play 390 minutes worth of football in a row? That's it.
I'm pretty sure he's done it this season. He's just got injured.
No,
You
he
know what I
hasn't
mean?
actually.
He hasn't.
No, we
I don't
didn't. We
think he's
checked this
played,
before. We've checked
yeah.
this before, Chris. We've checked this before, my friend.
All right, my friend. I thought he did.
No, but
No,
like,
because
this is,
he
like,
was
that's the
substituted
thing,
off
bro.
multiple times.
I mean, after surgery, I'm just gonna go with not confidence, but the hope.
But that's what it is, though. No, but like,
positivity
you know,
of it. Like, hopefully,
No,
there's not many. I don't
That's what it
expect
is,
him
bro.
to stay fully fit
That's
all
what it is,
season
bro.
next
Because
season, but
you know,
I just
listen,
hope he doesn't get a big one.
listen. That's the way it is, though. The reality is, I don't need to know what Reese James can do because I've seen him do it. I know he's high quality. I know what he's good at. I can praise this guy for days on end. But I need my guy to play 3 games in a row. Can he play for me consistently? Can I see him at right back consistently? If I can't, then
You mean
I'm
90
sorry,
minutes,
bro.
right?
Yeah, but if I can't, but listen,
season,
but if I can't, bro, then I'm sorry, Reese. I need to. Gusto is my starter, and I'm looking for another number 2. I'm looking for another number 2. It doesn't need to be Dallo. It can be anyone else that can be just as good. I'm seeing another guy already at Lyon. At Lille. Yeah. Brazilian brother, he's looking like he's sensational as well. Another one that might be on the list, I'm being honest, for backup. That's all I have to say, man.
Yeah, but again, this conversation about Reese, like, can we? And this is why everyone like that's glazing Reese and stuff. Can we just enjoy the fact that we won and that like everyone seems to be fully fit? Can we just enjoy it?
No, agendas need to be agended. That's what's gonna happen. All right,
no, Marshall.
There's gonna be agendas done.
Agendas need to be agended, but in the next game, if Reese James doesn't have a good game, people will then tell me, "But Prime, why are you running agendas?" So like, let's just be fair. Let's just enjoy the moment.
Well, hopefully he doesn't need to say Prime.
If Reese has a bad game next game, I'm not gonna attack him. You know why? Because he just came back from injury. So let's just enjoy the moment.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They don't want to enjoy the moment, man. They don't want to enjoy the fact that he just fit and he's played. How many minutes did he play? Came on
don't talk about the moment, but then you want to talk about his injuries already.
Came on in the 80. No.
Plus 12, plus 7. So you played 19 minutes worth of football today.
Yeah, that's
You know
all
what I
right.
mean?
decent numbers.
That's not decent
Yeah, it
numbers.
is.
I need
Yes,
this guy
yes, it
to
is.
be playing
You
90
just came
minutes
back
of
150
back-to-back
plus days.
football.
Wait, but let's be honest though.
Let's talk about positivity.
How is he gonna
Ahmed.
play 90
Not the
minutes? Like,
negativity,
would you
not the
want him to play
negativity,
90
not
minutes
the
this game?
negativity,
Yeah,
huh?
you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
No,
I don't care about him playing 90 minutes football. I need to see him play back-to-back 90 minutes
not
of
happening this
football.
season. Not happening this season.
Okay,
I mean,
but
it
it's
doesn't
not
give
gonna
me this-
happen yet.
It's not
Give
going
it
to happen.
time.
this season.
No, but the way you guys are talking, it's like he's
No, the
already
way you're
become
talking.
he's already good. No, he's not.
Don't say you
he's
guys. I didn't say anything.
Not. No, he is. That's the way.
Oh, we can't talk about like anything
Ahmed,
positive about guys saving Chelsea today.
Ahmed, as much as I get what you're saying, but like now is not the time to be doing that. He's not going to
That's
play.
what I mean. Like, why are you saying this now?
I disagree.
Let's talk about positivities. I know negativities.
No, but Ahmed, we've got 2 games left. He's not going to play a 90.
There's no point in saying it.
The season's over.
Yeah, like it's like you're saying it now, so at the end of the season, it's like, see, guys, he hasn't
Yeah,
played
what
90
point?
all season.
Yeah, just wait for next season. You gotta wait for next season, Ahmed. Like that's the time to really talk about that. That is the time to talk about it. This season is just him coming
I'm just
on
happy
and actually
that
like
the
getting
2
minutes.
games we
if
have
anything.
Brighton
No
and
starting.
Bournemouth, those will be tricky games that we will need a player of Reese's quality for. The fact that he's not fit, cool. Stay fit now.
This is true. This is true.
And he might make. I don't want him to go to the World Cup or to the Euros
Yeah.
because I want him to relax for the summer. But he might make that squad late if he goes to the Euros.
Ah.
That's something for him that will be consistent game time for him now if he makes that. But he probably won't.
I'm just hoping if Southgate does take him use of brain, doesn't start him.
Even if Southgate actually takes him, he won't actually play him. Actually, never mind.
I don't think he will start him.
No, Southgate doesn't rate him over Walker.
Oh, and Walker, shit.
I'm
Yeah.
so Reese James. Shut up, Curry P. We already had the Reese James conversation.
I mean, I hope we don't have to use Reese James like this again and like save us because that was just embarrassing today how we played. Like we was 2-1 down. I thought there was no hope at that point.
As long as
We should have been, hey, people forget we should have been further down. Like they hit the post and then Chris would have fired over from like 6 yards.
Yep. We wasn't really creating anything. We was just
We were
holding
the
the ball and doing fuck all.
You're the second best team on a pitch against the 17th place Nottingham Forest.
That's what annoyed me, and I thought what Oliver said, because Oliver said if we go 2-1 down or something or lose, then he'll bring on Reese James. And, yeah, still Reese James.
But Chris, I didn't say that just out of like a gut feeling. I had evidence of this, and we've all seen the evidence this season. He did this at Crystal Palace with Romeo Lavia when he wasn't ready to come back, and look what happened. That's why I was so worried for him to come on the pitch, especially with his injury history. Like I know he's had the surgery, but he does have to now prove that has fixed him.
Do you guys remember when Reese, I think he got tackled and he went down? You guys remember that in the game?
I remember having to Gusto. I don't remember it.
I remember having to Gusto.
He got tackled, but the Gusto one was worse. But like, Reese got tackled, but it was time wasting. You could tell it was a very
I know,
light
but
tackle.
like, did anyone know? I saw him go down, and I thought for a split second, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I didn't, because it was light. I thought it was light. So
I don't
he's just wasting time. When Gusto went down, I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
I was worried. I was worried for Gusto.
Sorry,
Do you know what it is, man? Do you know what it is? Yeah.
Hold on, sorry. Jesse Jules, Prime is scared. He thinks Reese James will take his girlfriend.
What?
God, what? Hey, listen.
Just be back here when Reese gets injured again.
I don't know, man. I just wanted to say, man, this Reese stuff, yeah. Listen, we already know he can do this. I don't know why we keep on going crazy over something that we know he can In
so we can't do it to Scott Palmer, right?
Well, no, hold on. In that case,
No, I'm being, but like, have I said anything wrong there? Have I said anything wrong in the sense that I don't need to do this for Reese James because I know he can do this already?
Okay, well, fine. You know what? You're right. We've known Reese James is able to do this. We know he's a quality player. We know when he comes into the pitch, he's one of the best. The argument was always like, is he going to start over Malo Gusto? That we will tell over time, right? But we'll come back to that when we see more evidence. But one thing that we weren't sure about is if a certain player in our team was washed. We weren't sure if a certain player in our team was going to Saudi. We weren't sure if we weren't sure if the war was won. We weren't sure if it was all said and done. But you know what?
I keep losing, and even when I win, I still lose.
I won.
He's got it. He's got it down pat.
I mean, he could survive this, Ahmed.
Have you won? Because listen, I know Sterling's a frustrating character.
Yes.
But I said when he came on, Sterling, please do it for Ahmed. Because I know deep down inside, Ahmed, you care. You care. So we got this pass from Cole Palmer to Sterling. Sterling gets himself the space right there and slots it in. We've seen this over and over again. Beautifully. And this is the goal, by the way. This is the goal that puts us back in the game. He comes off the bench and he does this. And I need Sterling to do this more often. And I think part of the problem with Sterling for me is he gets complacent. He gets his spot in the team. He gets his spot in the team, and then he thinks he has it. He solidified it. But now Mudryk got a goal today as well. We'll analyze that goal later. Yeah. But Mudryk also got a goal today. Mudryk has also been stepping up. I'm just saying, maybe the motivation is what Sterling needed.
Full screaming. I cannot believe we are giving flowers to a man that we are playing 325k a week to, and we bought for 45 million British pound sterling. How dare you?
How are we? This is. Oh, look at that! No, you deserve that because Raheem Sterling.
I asked this question, yeah. No, how dare you? No, how dare you ask me about Sterling when he finally decided to score a goal, yeah, in 4 months? He decided to fucking do his actual job that we've been paying him millions of pounds for. Simple. No, I'm not having that at all, bro. I'm not having that at all. That is actually disgraceful. That is actually disgraceful.
Ahmed, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So footballers get paid millions of pounds to do their job, but why doesn't Dalot do his job?
I'm here to talk about. We are here right now. We are talking about Raheem Sterling. We are talking about Raheem Sterling. Diego Dalot is a case for another day. You know what I'm saying to you. Right now, Dalot's nation, we have not reached the world class level. We haven't reached the world class level. So that's the difference. But you know, when it comes to Raheem Sterling, yeah, how dare I be asked about agendas when we know this guy has been booty cheeks, yeah, and Mudryk and Madueke are only one goal behind him in EPL scoring.
They're all about the same minutes, by the way. And
you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, he's barely played for a good while, Ahmed. He's barely played.
That's why I can't believe Raheem done well. Come on, boys. Come on. We need to celebrate. He's done well today. 45 million, 325 weeks done well. Finally.
I can't imagine Ahmed's reaction if he stays for another season. I can't imagine how
Ahmed's eyes were about to pop out of his socket. The man was getting squeezed.
He was, yeah. I'm saying, like, he has been injured and been on the bench for a good while. And, like, even against that Burnley game, he got involved in the GA and, like, played like 15 minutes. He's played like 15 minutes. So he's actually barely started for a good while. I can't imagine as well, Ahmed, if you see Sterling for another season. I can't imagine. I feel for your health at this point because I wouldn't be surprised if he stays for another season too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, I wouldn't mind if Sterling stayed for another season.
Yeah, he's old. He's experienced.
Interesting.
Fuck Sterling. First of all, I'm gonna say it how it is. Fuck Sterling. Al Ittihad, come here. Al Hilal, come here. Al Shabab, not the Somali one, but the Saudi Arabian football club. Please come here. You know what I mean?
Halal. If you need a right back as well, I'm joking. Anyway, Sterling. I've been saying all season he's the only forward I trust consistently to get goals, and his output has kind of shown that, particularly against the relegation sides that we struggle against to break down low blocks. When you look at his output, I think he might have the most GA for us. I've been saying if he played the full game against Burnley, if he started against Burnley and he played against Sheffield United, because I think he was injured for those games, we would have won.
Yeah, he wasn't on the bench for Sheffield.
Those are extra points that we lost because Sterling wasn't there. because he would have helped us against the.
He would have not done anything, bro. I'm so gonna be
He
straight
would.
with you.
No,
He would not
Ahmed.
I mean, he did do something against Burnley.
He would have, based on the fact of he scores against the relegation sides, so he would have helped us. I get it. You may not rate him. That's fine. There are better players out there than Sterling. That's fine. But he is a goal threat. He is a goal threat. People need to realize what his strengths and weaknesses are and just accept it.
Do you know who's also a goal threat? Mikhailo Mudryk, scoring the same amount of goals as he has.
Yeah, I know. But we all say Mudryk is shit. So what we doing?
I think we say he's not ready.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna reverse that psychology onto everyone right now. Yeah, we are saying Mikhailo Mudryk is shit. Yeah, for what he's giving us as output. So what is Sterling then? He's giving us.
I don't agree. Mudryk is shit though.
No. But the point I'm making here is that people will say that Mikhailo Mudryk is shit for the output he's given us. So the question I asked Mac is then what is Sterling's output then? What is Sterling's output then?
Those same people you speak to will also say Jackson is shit, and he's our worst Chelsea striker. So what we do?
Sterling's output. You mean like in the Premier League or? I think he's got about 7 and 4 assists.
Sterling's output has helped us this season beat the relegation sides. And when he hasn't been there, we haven't beaten them.
I don't mind Sterling, but like I wouldn't care if he went as well because he hasn't been that great this season either. But like, I don't think he's like the main issue why we're struggling in attack. By the way, because like you said, Mudryk isn't good enough. Madueke, he has his good games, but I don't think he can be perfect as well. Cole, like when you say attackers, by the way, Prime, I was going to ask you before, like you mean like the only attacker Sterling you have confidence is.
Cole Palmer is a 10. I don't view him as he's a forwards like Sterling, Jackson, Madueke, Mudryk. Those are forwards. Palmer is a 10. Those are different. For me, I class them as different positions.
I view Cole Palmer as a right winger normally, so maybe we just look at it different. I know he can play 10 like pretty well. He's doing it well lately.
I view him as a 10 as a career.
Yeah. Well, I think
even if you want to include Cole Palmer, that's fine. Sterling's our second best.
Even had a Jackson as attacker.
I trust Sterling to score more than I trust Jackson.
That's interesting.
I'm talking about scoring. I'm talking about scoring.
But like I seen Sterling still fuck up in 1v1s like massively. Yeah. I'm not saying Jackson hasn't done that as well.
He won't, but I trust them.
Don't you? I mean, but I feel like Ahmed's being a little disingenuous comparing Mudryk to Jackson. Not Jackson. I'm sorry, Mudryk to Sterling. Because on one hand, like I understand where he's coming from, but the other hand, it's kind of like I don't think Mudryk can necessarily like from a GNA standpoint, sure, but the problem with Sterling versus Mudryk is that Sterling consistently finds himself in those goal-scoring situations, but he makes decisive errors. Whereas, like, Mudryk constantly seems to make the mistakes up to the point of that build-up, where he doesn't consistently find himself leading a counterattack. Like, I think that's where the experience of Sterling comes in hand, right? Sterling, we know in certain games, he'll find a way to get in behind the runner and go one-on-one with the keeper or in very dangerous scenarios. We're not getting that consistently from Mudryk. And so for me, I feel like a little disingenuous to say like, oh, Mudryk can give you the same thing. Like, no. If Sterling were more clinical and had better decision-making, I feel like Sterling's numbers would be twice what Mudryk's were. This season, I think, encapsulates like a lot of the blunders that Sterling has had.
But if we also played in a better system and we created more chances that were funneled towards, because a lot of the chances we created this season have been funneled towards Jackson, which is wrong. The chances should be funneled towards Sterling. If Sterling is getting more chances, he will be scoring more goals because we've seen it at Man City. And we've seen how good Jackson is at providing chances. He's not that great at finishing them, fair, but he is brilliant when it comes to giving the final ball. We've seen it so many times this season. The goal against Man City, was it the 1-1 draw, I think? And the goal in the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool, which was offside wrongfully. Like we've seen it. Also, by the way, that Malo Gusto chance in the box where he was fouled and it should have been a penalty, no one's going to give credit to Sterling. That's a Sterling assist. Or, well, it was fouled, so he's not an assist. But, like, that was Sterling that laid off the ball to Malo Gusto. Sterling wasn't selfish. No one will give him
Can I
credit.
hit back at the point of me being disingenuous? I'm not being disingenuous. I'm stating the facts. The facts of the matter are, Marshall, yeah, Mr. Marshalldbdx, yeah, Mudryk and Madueke, guys that have played in less minutes, guys that we cook consistently, say that they're not good enough, say that they are trash, yeah, say that they are trash. They have put up similar numbers to him. What does that say about him?
But you must have missed the whole argument after that part, because I said
No, I left, that's why.
this guy. Because to sum it up, I said I feel like you're doing disingenuous because even though you're right when it comes to the GA aspect, when it comes to the consistency aspect, that's where you're wrong. I think if we had a Raheem Sterling that, okay, say what you want, maybe a system is the answer, right, Prime? But if this season we had a Raheem Sterling that made the right decisions at least 90% of the times or 85% of the time, he would have double the output of both those wingers.
All right, so but the problem is, yeah, we could say that about the whole of Sterling's career.
I mean,
no, that's what you could say about the whole of Sterling's career.
I don't know how true that is, because I feel like even when he was at Man City, his last season at Man City. Well, let me look at his GA actually at last season. I think it was double digits. Let's see, Sterling. I'll look it up while you boys discuss Sterling.
Last season, he was not a starter, by the way.
And yeah, and that's another aspect of it. He wasn't a starter, and he was still putting up good numbers, better numbers than what he has now. Raheem Sterling. Let's go to transfer market. That's all seasons. And then we're looking.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Yo,
So,
ban him, man. Ban him.
the-
Where's my YouTube? Where's my one security on YouTube, man?
Why?
No.
You on about Joe?
Yo, that's insane,
No,
bro. You guys are
no,
crazy. Ahmed, I'll let you do that. So anyways, yeah, Raheem Sterling in the Premier League for Man City on his last season had 13 goals and 5 assists. If you want to do the whole season, he had, let's see, 13 plus 3, 16, 17. 17 goals, 7 assists.
The whole season.
So it's a big difference versus what he's doing this season. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it? I think on a better season where Sterling is more decisive in front of goal, I think we're having a different discussion.
Again,
Like,
bro.
we can't keep talking about. We can't keep talking about how.
Listen, I'm not saying Sterling isn't
manager.
frustrating. He is frustrating, but go ahead, Prime.
Bro, we can't keep talking about how, like, bad manager and Poch and having, like, being so polarizing about how we view Poch. Wait, Prime really said the team should play the Sterling. Sterling refused the square. DHL has an agenda against me. Whatever, I don't care. We can't keep talking about Poch and how he doesn't really have a tactic or a system or whatever. Yada yada yada.
I can't see him on YouTube. What the fuck? Is he deleting the comments, bro? What's going on, man? These fucking.
Oh my god, sorry. Let's take that again.
What the fuck's my phone, man? Why is my phone not working, man? Jesus Christ, I just bought you, man, and now you're just fucking trash.
Sorry, let me just. I'll put the thing on. We can't keep talking about how what Poch. He's got no system or style or whatever or no tactics, and then we keep overly criticizing these players. People will make excuses for Enzo and Caicedo and whatever, but people will slate Sterling and they'll slate like certain players. Like, we know about Sterling how to get the best out of it. We're not getting the best out of him. Why do you think he looks bad?
You know what, man? I personally disagree. I disagree.
I get it if people want to get rid, and that's fine. I don't care either way. I never wanted Sterling in the first place. But I know what he is. I know if we keep him, he can be of use for us. I know he can be a goal scorer that you can trust and rely on in a certain system. That's not. I'm not saying he has to be the main guy. Of course not. But in a team, you can trust him to get goals. We've seen it. Even this season, as bad as we've been, he's still been getting goals. He got goals last.
Can I counteract this point, please, if I may? Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's worth the money, and I think we can get better than him. So let's move him on.
I agree we can get better, but like that doesn't mean if we keep him. It doesn't mean if we keep him, it's all doom and gloom.
I think it is because he's wasting our money. You know what I mean? And you know, money is important in this universe. It's what makes the football in the world go around. You know, with 325k a week, we could probably get 2 good players.
Yeah, exactly. People keep mentioning his money, but Sinak is right. If we made half that, there'd be no problem.
I don't think so, man. He's just not good enough, man. You know,
I mean,
like-
you're right, because, like, for example, Liao, Cavachile...
That's part of it.
They'd be on less than 50k a week at Chelsea, so of course, but, like...
Yeah, but like Liao and Kvaratskhelia are 2 examples. They've both had poor seasons this season. You know why?
That's
Because they're being.
poor.
it's not here. It's not here. Oh shit! I'm
What?
so sorry.
But
Sorry.
DHL, here's the thing, DHL. This is where I think you're wrong. Brother, if you say X player was more decisive, his output would be better. That it's literally what decisive means. No, dude. You can be decisive from the center field and not be scoring GNA. The thing is, the difference between Sterling and Mudryk is that Sterling often finds himself in those ludicrous positions that you want someone like Jackson and Kunku or Palmer to be in. Sterling has done that consistently. Where he fumbles it all the time is in the final decision making of passing it or shooting. Mudryk doesn't do that often.
Sensei.
And it's because he's younger, obviously. The experience is what helps Sterling in those situations. So no, if Mudryk was better at decisive making, he wouldn't have more GNA because he doesn't find himself in those juicy positions like Sterling does all the time. That's my point.
Sensei, can I speak, please?
Yeah, go for it, man. But
I
also
just
don't call
wanna,
me Sensei.
Yeah, listen, I just want
That's
to
kinda
mention
weird.
that.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that? Why is that weird? Sensei just means
Master.
This means
Teacher. I
So
ain't
what?
teaching no. I ain't teaching no.
that-
Don't
so-
call me.
so-
I don't
so
even
it's
like it when
literally-
people call Hamza a professor, man. Like,
So,
nah,
so
chill.
it's literally, I mean, it is literally a joke that I'm
I'm
using. I'm about to out Sensei the Sensei. You know what I mean? But no one's getting the
I'd
joke.
rather you just call me Tuchel.
Listen. Wow, you sniff a lot.
Alan Cole. Alan Cole.
You sniff a lot. I mean, hey, you and Tuchel
I do
gang,
sniffle
you know
a
what I
lot.
mean? Listen,
Yeah.
I just want
Gang,
to say, yeah. So you were talking about how Sterling isn't decisive. Do you know how old Sterling is, big man?
Yeah, he's what, 28? No, 29?
He's about to turn 30, big man. And you're telling me he's indecisive. Why do I have a 29-year-old doing that shit then?
But yeah, that's what I mean. But like,
Get him out here, then, innit? Get him out here.
No. Well, I don't necessarily disagree with that either. But where I disagree with you is that you think Mudryk is better off because he has the same GA.
But the thing is,
my argument was
Marshall.
always if Raheem Sterling had a much more decisive season like he did at Man City, or a better system like he did at Man City, that we're talking about a different discussion. In the season before he came here, where he was bench, he would come off the bench for Man City. He got 17 goals all season, for the whole.
But again, Marshall,
Yeah.
the difference between you and I and what we are speaking about here is this. The reason why I'm comparing him to Mudryk is to show you someone that people are not rating is getting similar numbers to him. You know what I mean? Listen, for me, Mudryk, again, I think there's someone that's still very way off here. Is if he's doing similar numbers to Sterling, then that should be a very worrying sign. Is it not? It is a worrying sign. That's undeniable, bro. It's undeniable.
I think it's a more worrying sign of the system, not about the output.
I
I
disagree. It's a worrying sign of the player because
'Cause I
the
think-
thing is, yeah, Sterling is an older man. He's I don't mean that in a crazy way, but like, you know what I mean. But Sterling's like an older player. You know what I mean. He has the experience. He shouldn't need a system to consistently help him out. He shouldn't need the system.
But again,
Sterling.
I ask you this though, like, who? Okay, how about this? Who creates the better chances, Mudryk or Sterling?
Mudryk.
Okay.
I
I
don't think
I
so.
agree.
I think he could. I think he could.
I know Mudryk creates better chances than Sterling.
Wait, but
Listen,
Oliver, why do you agree, Oliver? Why do you agree?
He just does. He's more dynamic. He knows when to pass. His problem is shooting and his first touch. I think his passing is quite good.
So when we talk about creating chances, like the way I see it is that I'm in my head thinking, how often this season have I seen Mudryk in a goal-scoring position where he's 1v1 or he's attacking the defenders or he's initiating a counterattack? And I think in comparison, how often have I seen it with Raheem Sterling? I've seen it very often, Raheem.
You just asked me about creativity, not about.
But that's creativity, wouldn't it be?
No,
you're creating a goal scoring opportunity.
It's great move.
What you're talking about there is positioning, and Sterling's positioning is way better than any of our other attackers. But that's because of experience. Like his positioning is far better most of the time than any other attacker we have.
Okay,
outside of maybe Palmer, depending on how you see him, whether you see him as a midfielder or an attacker. But like his positioning isn't the issue. His decision making is the problem, and his decision making will not get better at the age of 29, 30. I'll be real. This is a weird conversation to be having about Sterling after he came off the bench, like for like 20 minutes in a game where we were dog shit. We were the second best team. The manager's a terrorist. Yeah, this feels like a weird conversation to have because I'll be real. Like I thought that Sterling was decent when he came on. Like he showed something, which is nice to see. You know, like I've always maintained with Sterling that you get the best out of him when he feels like he has a point to prove. Like that's how it felt against Burnley because it was the first time in the season he properly got benched for Mudryk, and you know he came on and I think helped us score 3 of the 4 goals. I think he had a hand in. So yeah, like that's kind of what you can get from Sterling. But that's a different like the talk of like whether he's good enough like long term is a way different conversation to be having, and it's a weird conversation to be having after this game. It's the same as the Reese James thing, to be completely honest with you. It's a weird conversation to be having after this game.
But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching here, apparently there's over 100 of you guys here. Let's get those likes up on YouTube, all right? Or if you're over on Twitter, get like the post or like the stream. But yeah, let's get those likes up, guys. We're slacking. We just won 3 games in a row for the first time with Poch in the Premier League. That's insane. Come on, let's have some more celebration. Let's express it with the like button. All right, guys. But Scott, I guess I want to talk to you about Mauricio as well, because today we saw the same system, but we didn't. And go ahead. What do I want you to talk about? Because what do you think didn't work today?
He changed things that he didn't need to change. We had something that worked. The kind of 3 at the back, 2 midfielders with the inverting and the 5 attackers was working really well. And it wasn't just it was working, it was the simplicity of everything. It was the fact that Cucurella was like inverting into midfield, but then was able to kind of seamlessly on defense, you know, transition into left back. You know, same with Gallagher. He was occupying kind of that left half space, so he could drop back into left centre mid quite easily, and it all kind of flowed quite nicely. And then we come into this game, and you've got, you know, I see times where Gallagher's picking the ball up at left back and Cucurella is inverting into midfield and he's by himself. Like Caicedo was nowhere to be seen at that point and he's by himself. I see Madueke, who actually we'll touch on that in a second, but I see Mudryk at times coming in from the left-hand side. And then Gallagher is the widest player on the left for some reason. And then the one that frustrated me the most is the whole Madueke and Palmer thing, because most of our good attacking play over the last 2 games has come off the back of their partnership and them gaining chemistry with each other. And so the answer to that was to then play Palmer at times today, especially in the first half on the left-hand side, and have him link up with Mudryk. That's where the first goal comes from, to be fair. But then Madueke spent the entirety of the first half isolated. We played with 9 men in that first half. And both reasons were because of the system to an extent. Like Madueke was a ghost because he was isolated 2v1 every time, and Gallagher was a complete ghost because in this system that we've been playing, the inverted like 3-2-5, it requires Gallagher to cover a lot less space, which is good because like it means he has to do less running. It's good for everyone. It means though that you take away one aspect of Gallagher's game that's so key, which is his running. So he's required to do more stuff on the ball. And unfortunately, as we saw today, there is a quite hard ceiling to what Gallagher can offer on the ball. And then, you get situations like we had today where he was completely invisible, was offering absolutely nothing. and then we took him off and scored 2 goals.
Hmm.
But yeah, Poch is an absolute terrorist. I haven't even touched on the fact that in the second half, after 45 minutes of it not working, he decided to revert to type and revert back to, at least for a decent portion of that second half, a single pivot with either Caicedo or Gallagher by themselves in midfield at times. And yeah, and Chalobah overlapping, that's a centre-back overlapping again at right-back. And yeah, just the moment that the going gets tough, he reverts to type. And this is what I was worried about beforehand. And it highlights to me that this 2.5 game run since the second half of Villa means nothing. This was all down to injuries. It was forced upon him. He didn't change it due to he wanted to change it. He changed it because he had no choice.
I was gonna say, Scott, I felt like it's just moments of brilliance what saved Poch today.
Oh, it is.
Like Reese James, Cole Palmer.
Someone touched on it on Lewis's stream, sent a super chat in, and they said this was the exact same as the Burnley and Sheffield United game. We just had that quality in Reese James to push us over the line, and it was. Yeah. It's the exact same.
It's not just in
and that's what it's.
I'm not saying
That's what it's been the whole season.
but Reese James is the last.
It's not just Reese James.
To get
And
Kunku as well, and what
players. We had quality of players off the bench in James, Sterling, and in Kunku to get the goal, or to get 2 goals, I should say. So we were 2-1 down.
And
wait, Kunku got involved?
Yeah, no, and Kunku was definitely better, and Kunku helped the attack a lot.
Okay.
But again, it just highlights something that I've spoken about and others spoken about the whole season, which is the fact of like what Poch has relied on is these few world-class players that we have that have real talent to mask his complete ineptitude when it comes to managing and tactical nous. And it's a case of this is the problem with managers like Poch is you need a squad full of, at least half the squad needs to be full of like these world-class players to have a chance of doing anything really in terms of winning stuff. I mean, top level stuff, because from a tactical standpoint, he is nowhere near good enough. And we've seen it. Like, this was the same as the Burnley game. We just had that quality in the final third. It's the exact same. It was the same as the Nottingham Forest game, the reverse leg. We just had that quality we could throw on. Instead of throwing on Maatsen at wing back, we could bring on James and then Kunku, which we couldn't do in the reverse leg. It's the same. And this is why, for me, he has to go. Because there's going to be times with our team, and especially with the way football is at the moment, where these top-level world-class talents, there aren't that many of them anymore. Or if they are, they're coming through. They're the young guys, your Endricks, your Estevals, Roques, your Leaus, whoever, right? They're young guys. So you can't expect them to give you that level of, world-class consistency that you used to get from guys, from whether that be Lampards or your Drogbas or your Hazards or whoever's, right? So these managers that are inept and need a lot of world-class players to mask how shit they are, like there comes a point where that isn't enough anymore, and we've seen it with Poch this season. That's why I don't want him. I would love nothing more than to end the season and he be sacked.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is something This is why when Poch keeps complaining about remember when he was complaining about Reese being out and knowing Cuckoo? It's because those two, well, particularly those two players, would have got him, would have saved him. What am I trying to say? Would have turned losses into draws and draws into wins, just because of their ability.
Is this one of those games where a Carney probably would have been best in that position that Gallagher was in?
Anyone else in that player position, whether it's in Kunku, as we saw in this game, whether it's Palmer, as we saw, if you could just clone Palmer and have him in the same position, then we do better. Like, if you have Nkunku, if you have Carney, I'll be completely honest, you could have Cassidy and you'd probably get better results. And it comes that, it sucks, and it's not even me trying to bash on Gallagher, it's just the facts of the situation. When it comes to, his on-the-ball attributes, they're poor. They're average at best, and poor, and way below par at worst. And it's that's the thing, is you can't, so when you have a system, and this is why Gallagher's looked so good this season, or for some of this season, with this Poch system, because this Poch system has been tailored to Gallagher from day one. Well, I say day one, from day one of the actual season started. It's been tailored to Gallagher because it's all about being in transition. which Gallagher thrives in. Because the moment when you're not in transition, or you have less space to cover and you need to actually work with the ball at your feet, he can't do it.
Yeah, he's not the best for doing that. There's loads of better midfielders like stuff like that we just mentioned. Like we got like Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, all better than Gallagher.
We swapped this game. We swapped Gallagher with Nkunku in terms of positioning on the pitch, and we became 10 times better in the attacking third.
Oh yeah.
Just staying on like sort of Poch and Gallagher. I wanted to talk about our set pieces today, and not necessarily about the goal that we conceded, because that was a free kick. So, you know, that can definitely come under the argument of Poch and his terrible set pieces. But I also wanted to talk about we had a corner, I think, and we left 3 men back to defend it, and that's fine. But then somehow it gets cleared by a Nottingham Forest player, and then Hudson-Odoi is 1v1 on Petrovic. How is that possible? You have 3 men back and you still managed to concede that, and then Gallagher picks up a yellow, and then at that point, Gallagher's off the ball game is nullified too.
Mm-hmm.
So the setup just completely killed him in that aspect. At that point, he should have been taken off the pitch, because there's nothing on or off the ball. If he even tries anything off the ball, he's getting sent off. So
yeah, he was an idiot for that as well. Some people tried to clown me on Lewis's stream for this, like in the comments, but it's like in that situation, you just let him score. Like there are certain times where you just kind of have to let a guy score, because otherwise you're like.
I mean, take a chance, see what happens, I guess.
I would have rather have seen Gallagher go for a tackle and go for the ball instead of trying to foul him like that.
Or just keep pressure on him and make sure he doesn't actually get a good shot off.
Yeah.
But
as I said, that's what you just apply pressure and you don't dive in. Of course he scores, right? Because the thing is, you can come back from a goal down. It's way easier coming back from a goal down, as we showed today, than it is coming back from being a man down. It's way easier.
But it's
it's hard for me to. Season.
I get where you're coming from. I feel like it's hard for me to criticize it, because the way I saw it is that he didn't necessarily like grab him. He kind of just put his hand in front of him, and Cho's body was kind of like, you know.
He knows what it does though, because he's running after.
Cho was looking for the foul, obviously.
You could say that, but you could say that, but like once you start touching a player like that, they go wobble off.
As I say, like we all know. In today's game, that's a foul. In that situation, he's getting the foul given. Because the same thing happened to Badiashile, or similar thing happened for the free kick that they scored from. And it's like, you don't need to dive in. Like, if he scores, he scores. But at the same time, Cucurella was getting back. That's why he didn't get sent off, is because Cucurella was there as the last defender. So, like, if you know where your defenders are, and if you know Cucurella is, like, there, then you just need to, like, shepherd him into Cucurella's path. Then it's all down to Cucurella to help you. And if he doesn't, then it's on him. And it's like, as well, if you just let him score in that situation, not like let him score as in just like don't do anything, but do as much as you can without fouling him. At the end of the day, that's on Poch and the setup defensively, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like the way we were set up. But like, it shouldn't have been Gallagher there.
I'll be real. The players who are there isn't the problem. It's the fact that the line of defenders, because we had 3 defenders there, they were camped in the opposition's half on our corner. Like, our line for when we defend that corner, and this comes back to, like, that's another aspect of defending set pieces. It's not just in the box. It's also your defensive shape in terms of allowing them to counter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is that criticism, obviously, of how we're set up during the set pieces. And you know what? That brings me... Let's actually look at this real quick. Where is this? I just had it. I wanted to go over some of the goals, and that piece goal, the first one we conceded. Where is it? I know I have it in here somewhere. Uh-oh. This thing doesn't want to work. Awesome. Lovely. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going to fix that later. What did you guys think of this little statistic that I'm going to pull up in a second? Because I think it's interesting, but at the same time, I think it hides a lot of flaws. And that's the following right here. Chelsea have now lost one league game in the last 3 months, the 5-0 defeat to Arsenal. Outside of that, Arsenal defeat.
This is such a disingenuous stat. And it's like, it's that, bro. Poch did the same thing in his post match press conference where he said something like, if you like the data shows that we are not in our true position or something, or it's a false position, because he was wrong. He said in our last 24 games, if you go off our last 24 games, we're 4th in the table or something. But like, there's 2 things with that. Number 1 is he was wrong. It's after our last like 12 games or something. Number 2, the league isn't 12 games long. The league doesn't start in January.
Yeah,
it started in August. So where we are is where we are.
Is there not a stat, Scott, that says after the first 10 games, Chelsea are 4th?
I believe something to that effect. I think I saw that. Yeah.
I hate these.
Yeah, but this is what this ownership cares about. They care about the metrics.
Like, I just don't like these stats anyway. Like, they're just pointless stats. Like, what's the point saying, oh, the last 12 games?
I agree with you, Chris.
Yeah, I know you agree. I just don't see why these owners or whoever's like analyzing it. What's the point? Because like, look where we are now. Look, even today, like we struggled today. There's still like signs there. It's not perfect. It's nowhere near perfect yet. So these stats don't matter. They just don't. It's just like excuses in a way. It's just excuses. Like, oh, we had a bad start. Like, we're not this bad anyway. We are this bad. Poch
So
this bad.
this stat or this tweet, this report, whatever, this tells me one of 2 things. One is that the Premier League, the level of the Premier League isn't that high if we've managed to win that many games or not lose that many games.
Not lose, yeah.
It's that, or B, the other thing it maybe tells me is that, you know what, we actually have a pretty good squad here and they're capable of winning matches. You just messed up the first 12 games. And, you know, because we, despite having the easiest start to the season out of any Premier League team, you messed that up, and we are now at a deficit of where we should be because of that and your mismanagement.
I was going to say, Ed Kidd has brought up a great stat, and that's that. What was it, like a month or 2 ago? There was a table that came out that said, based on our second half performances, we were 17th. Yeah, it's funny how that isn't brought up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like that also as well with that stat that was brought up there, it doesn't take into account the fact that we drew to the bottom 2 teams in the Premier League. It also doesn't take to the fact that we were outplayed by the team in 17th in the Premier League. We were second best today.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. I think it does mask of those cracks that it's not like we were undefeated to like Arsenal.
And by the way, one
City,
other thing,
to so on and so forth. Go ahead.
One other thing, we're acting like 5-0 is something that we should dismiss. That was a sackable offence. I don't care that they're second in the table. You can't lose like that to any team.
But yeah, we were speaking before on the set pieces. I actually have it here now. We're actually ready now. Let me switch this over to this. Boom. So this is the first goal we conceded. We'll go over Muji's goal as well. I have it there. But again, why is it that every single time it's a set piece, like that's where we concede our most? We don't concede. We did concede an open play, but not nearly as much as on set pieces. But we have here, it's Jackson that's on Bowley, and he has a free run to goal. And why isn't he, running with him too? It just baffles me. It baffles me. I don't understand. Like, why are we worried? Why? Oh shit! Hold on. Why are there 2 players worried about this one guy? Why not have Cucurella focus up on Bowley?
I don't mean that's communication at that point.
No, that's a terrible idea.
But I just mean, like, why not put a defender on a defender, or because the defender is going to be threatening in the box. Most of the times they are with their heading ability, and that's what happened. I mean, he heads the ball behind the net, and boom, there we go.
I think what I'd suggest there is, isn't Bowley one of their tallest defenders?
Yes, indeed.
Should have stuck Chile on him then.
Yeah.
Where is Chile? He is he's in the middle, right there. I can't make out who's marking there, but
would the Cucurella and I don't think that's Poch time. Like 2 men sit on him. I just think they just, I don't know, miscommunicated or something, and he just like stuck on him, and then oh fuck, it's yeah, we're both on him. I don't know.
Chalaba's running behind him.
Lack of Chris, that lack of clarity though, just need to be players need
Well,
to
maybe
on their
Poch,
roles.
yeah, like Poch, yeah, clearer or whatever. But
that's what we're asking for from the manager, because I understand. Like, maybe Jackson could have tracked Bolly better there, and that's not me saying, oh, you know, this is 100% on Poch. So, the main thing with set pieces on Poch is that there are too many instances where we've just been terrible on set pieces. We can see so many goals. You can't really look anywhere else but the setup. Yeah. But for instances like, you know, 2 men picking up the same man, you just have to be clear with, you know, who does what, and it doesn't look like that all the players are clear.
Well, yeah, you're normally after the games or whatever, you know, where you fuck up and defensively, like set pieces or whatever, the manager and coaches will go through it with you, like what you did wrong and all that type of stuff, and you know, done this, done that, stuff like that as well. I don't know if he does any of that.
This is a manager who's notorious for prioritizing, you know, running over tactics.
Yeah, it does look that way as well.
What bothers me though is that, I mean, I think we should have this conversation. I think part of the set piece issue is also we don't have a very demanding goalkeeper. Because today I don't think today Petrovic puts himself in the best light.
I disagree. Second half, he definitely did.
But yeah. I remember. I know what you're talking about, Marshall. He had one flap that nearly.
It's consistent now. It's consistent now. Where when a ball comes into the box, I'm nervous if Petrovic is going to miss it or not.
Marshall, Petrovic clutched the ball out of the air like 3 times today.
Yeah, in the second half when we were ahead.
Argue it with that. Yeah, it's not just there was one time where he flapped.
What I said against Burnley, it gets to a point where if it keeps happening, it's a pattern. So it's not Petrovic's fault. You have to look at Poch or whoever who are set piece coaches.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, could Petrovic have done really anything in this situation as well? Like,
no, because it comes off Gallagher's toe.
Yeah, I wish there was a better angle of it.
Gallagher tries to clear it. He can't do much more than he does, really, and it kind of redirects.
But again, it's the set pieces that annoy me, and it's like that we definitely need to fix up on the set piecing coach, because obviously we've conceded goals like that. You know,
it's the way we
can't do anything about.
It's the way we needlessly concede them as well. Like we just got played through, and then there's a transition, and Badiashile at that point kind of like he's in a place where he feels like he has to foul the guy, and then they get a free kick on the edge of the box. Like, you know, and we've been doing this for ages. Like, I feel like whenever James Ward-Prowse plays for whoever the opposition is, like whether we played against Southampton or West Ham, we always seem to do this stupidness where we foul on the edge of the box, and lo and behold, look who's there to take it. Like, we just always our own enemies in these sort of situations.
Let's go back and analyze the first goal, because I think it's a goal we're not talking about enough, and I think it was a pretty brilliant goal. So this is Cole Palmer, 7th minute, threaded pass to find Mudryk, and I think this is the part where like Mudryk's pace really helps him, and gets in a really good position, and he slots it away. I think it was really brilliant of him. Obviously, if this wasn't a goal, I think that's a foul, and we get a penalty. But, I mean, I think you guys disagreed with me on that when we talked about it on Discord, which I was curious about.
No, you said... No, Marshall, you said he should get a yellow card regardless of the goal. And that's this week.
I also think that, too, because it's such a reckless tackle. He missed the ball completely and just clatters right into him.
Yeah, Mudryk never going to be given a yellow card.
Say that again, Scott?
It's never ever going to be given as a like he's never going to get a yellow card ever.
Man, it's just such an insane tackle to me, though. I know he's trying to block the ball, but
yeah, he's not getting yellow. Plus, we scored off it. Like, they're not going to do that. Unless it's like an actual blatant foul, but no.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of this? Is this a moment of brilliance for Mudryk, or
I mean, amazing
defense just that bad?
Nah, I think it's amazing movement from Mudryk. Great find from Cole Palmer. That ball from Cole Palmer was obviously fantastic. And it's a great, actually, finally finish for Mudryk. Mudryk doesn't normally have great finishes, but that was just nice and calm. And it's what we want from Mudryk. Like, when you find yourself in a great space and, you know, they're 1v1 or whatever, just put it back in there at least. Well, you know, don't sky it or whatever you normally do. Like, just hoof it. Just place it.
He was just composed in that situation. Like, I've not that we see it often because his runs are very inconsistent, but I've seen him get into positions where he can do something, and then there's that trampoline touch. Here, he just has the composure. He takes a nicely weighted touch. He gets in the position, he just slots it. And again, the shooting from him is inconsistent as well, but you know, this is an example of where it all just comes together and you get a great goal. So from here, you got to hope that with him being, you know, not in the twilight of his career, you know, more close to the young side, although, you know, 23 maybe a bit too old, but regardless, this is where you hope that he develops this kind of attribute and this composure over time. Really.
Mm-hmm. I think Cole Palmer did a really good job of finding him as well. And that's one of the nice things we get about Cole Palmer in that 10 position. But we got to say, like, today, despite the assist, I don't think today was a good game for Cole Palmer. I think today...
I thought he created many chances today. Oh.
I thought he's still one of our best players.
Really?
Yeah, because like that.
I agree. I agree, Marshall.
No, because like he was our best creator today. He was actually our best creator. He created 2 very good chances, probably 3 actually good chances, but 2 very good ones. Pardon?
I said you're right, but we also created very little.
Yeah, but like I think maybe we should hold. I don't know. Like we hold him to higher standards, and we should be doing more.
I feel
but,
like Caicedo was creating more than him.
Not like chances like him. Not like, you know, key big chances like, you know, 1v1 to keep it. Like, look at the Jackson chance. That should have been a goal. The Mudryk chance, obviously that was a goal that time. Like, and I think there's one more now I'm trying to remember, but like the second half, all right, cool. Yeah, he didn't do as much second half. Like, but I don't think anyone did. It's just. I still felt like he's one of our best players, or the best player probably. I don't think anyone's like great, like massively like.
I think he had a very difficult time, but just based on the players around him. I mean, Mudryk wasn't really having a very consistent game on the wing as much as the goal was good. Jackson, I think this game, despite Jackson scoring the goal from the James cross, I think this is probably the first game where I've seen Jackson get outright bullied by the opposition centre backs. Like, he just wasn't having a very good time. Besides that goal, but he still got the goal, so you've got to give him credit for that. Madueke was pocketed by Ola Aina, so there's not really many attacking outlets for a Palmer. I think that was a big problem.
Yeah, that's why I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we do have a higher standard for Palmer, but at the same time, I feel like today just kept losing the ball, kept making a lot of silly decisions with passing it right out of the defender. Like, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't in his A game today. That's definitely a certain for me.
I actually agree with that, Marshall. I just think he's probably still our best player on the pitch. Like him or Caicedo. Caicedo was I thought decent as well. He wasn't bad, but I still felt like he's still our best player, and he was very player of the match. Maybe some of you don't agree with that. Probably maybe Caicedo.
I'd probably give it to Caicedo personally.
I just don't think there's many outs like
Yeah,
you know.
too.
I don't think there's many players really, you know, like out there like, oh, they should be man of the match. It's just him and Caicedo, really. You can't really give it Reese James, even though we had a fantastic 15, 19 minutes. But yeah, like there wasn't many. I just thought he's all right. First half, I thought he's good. Second half, he dropped off a bit, and it's one of them. I do like half agree with you.
I mean, when I look at it from Caicedo, like, so he got the assist for Sterling's goal, I believe. Then he got the pre-assist for Jackson's goal. And then he had to carry Conor Gallagher on a yellow card, which is a very hard thing to do. So,
I mean,
he didn't put many feet wrong in that. So.
He did get that assist, didn't he? I did forget. That's one to the left side to Sterling. Yeah, that was it.
Yes, that's the one.
I mean, yeah, probably give Caicedo a chance. Think about it. Like, yeah, he was like creating like good chances as well. I just felt like the chances Cole Palmer created was just on the plate. Like it was like should be goals. Like every chance I think I saw him create like into the box, it should have been a goal. Like those are golden opportunities, and he didn't. So he should have got at least 2 assists there. I thought at least.
Did Palmer create the one? You know when Mudryk got played through and then he tried to cut it back when he should have had a go.
Wait, sorry.
Was that? Do you remember the one where
sure
Mudryk got played in behind and he should have tried to cut in on his right foot, but then he decided, no, I'm gonna cut it back to, I think Madueke was running.
I don't remember that one. But yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember the set piece one where Thiago Silva hits the post.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't remember. It's the 1 or 2 I remember. It's just the Jackson one and the Mudryk one. Those are on play though. Do you remember the Jackson one, Marshall?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I don't remember. Actually, I do remember the Jackson.
Remember when he shot his right foot? He should on his left foot.
I remember now.
And that was on the play.
I think another player today that didn't have a good game was Nani Madueke.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was very lackluster today.
He was not doing anything to help Chelsea.
Is that again like? And I'll ask this to Scott. Like, is that the setup or is that just a Nani off day?
No, that's a setup mainly for me. Like he still does he does a few things that's a bit frustrating. Like he does over dribble sometimes. Like, but I get that's just the type of player he is.
Yeah.
And I'll be real.
That doesn't frustrate me.
I'll be real for teams like this that play a low block. You need that type of player. Obviously, there's a time and place for you to do it all the time. But like, my biggest thing for him is every time he picked the ball up, he was like 2v1 with Aina and like another player. It was either the left centre back at times, other times it was a midfielder in Yates. And yeah, it's like all the time was 2v1. And it sucks because like we know what he can. We've seen what he can do when he gets like 1v1 with a player, when he has time, when he has space. And he wasn't afforded that today. And I think a lot of that came down to the system. And I think that's the thing. I think a lot of the poor performances today from players came down to the system just not being on it. Like I think it was similar for Mudryk. I think it was similar for Palmer, to be honest. Or I think that was also down to how Forest defended him. Yeah, I think it was the case for Caicedo in the first half and Cucurella. Their passing was awful. Like the passing of the whole team, to be honest, was awful. And yeah, so I just think they suffered from the system being as terrible as it was.
Whole team was very lethargic in the first half anyway. Like
that's what I was. That was what my observation was. Like it felt lethargic.
Yeah.
And it was annoying as well because one of the things that kept happening was as the game went on, especially in the first half, that was irritating, but I understood why it was happening, is you had Mudryk, Madueke and Jackson always coming deep, to get the ball, to like come and collect it. And what that was doing is it's condensing the space, and it was also condensing the space in midfield, which is where they were already condensing the space to like deal with Palmer and Caicedo and Cucurella. But it's because they wanted to try and get on the ball more, because it was that or you're not touching the ball for 20 minutes because we weren't getting the ball to you because you had no space. So yeah, it was just an all-round poor performance for me. I'm glad we won, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, obviously,
yeah, this game just highlighted so many things to me in a negative light. It reaffirmed so many things. Yeah,
it felt a lot like the United game.
Yeah. In a way.
You're gonna say what's the right side?
I say on the bright side, Jackson's now 2 goals behind Bukayo Saka in the
Holy shit, is that true?
Yep.
Wow.
Marshall?
He's also 3 goals behind both Foden and Son as well.
Wow.
Do we go back to the question I've been saying for months now?
And you know what? Something that has gone under the radar about Nicholas Jackson is he's survived the Poch cost. Man has not gotten injured at all.
He's African genes.
Oh no, he got injured once in game that he played on. Yeah. he played on.
Yeah.
It's the African gene.
Yeah. Also, in terms of more stats, I'll get to Vic in a moment, Mr. Flip Flop. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you want to touch on more stats, Reese James is now 2 assists behind Trent, having played 2,000 minutes less. Reese James has the same number of assists as Trent in the year of 2024. Cole Palmer has now the joint. Cole Palmer as well has the joint most goals and goal contributions in the league, just straight up with his assist today.
Still with Haaland 4 goals the other day.
GA combined.
Yeah,
so
I know. I know.
Watkins.
I still.
Yeah, Haaland on because he hasn't got an assist, hardly any assists. He's got like 29 in total. It's Watkins and Palmer are both on 31 GNA total, like goal contributions in total.
We're not going to skip past this. Can we go back to the Nicholas Jackson question? I've been having it for months.
Yeah, sure.
But we've answered this, haven't we?
I was saying, like, every day.
What exactly do you want me to say?
My proposal about Jackson is not that crazy.
Exactly
Why did we have provided that's not much? That Jackson Cup next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like,
what I will say about Jackson is, regardless of what happens in terms of incomings next season, I think Jackson should still be a very key part of next season.
yes,
Like whether it's key minutes in Europe, if we get Europe, whether it's key minutes in the leagues against your Burnleys, Sheffield Uniteds, them type of teams, like he should still whether he is striker on the wing, whatever, right? No matter who we get in, say we get in Osimhen, cool. I still want to see Jackson get minutes. Whether we don't get Osimhen and we get what's his face, we get like a Leao, cool. Jackson could be starting number 1 then up front. Like whatever the case may be, he still needs to be getting minutes this season.
All I was saying is if Jackson's doing this at another club in Europe, Chelsea fans would be saying we should go sign him. That's all I'm saying.
But like, all right, let's assume not Osimhen. What about Gyökeres? Would you guys be interested in Gyökeres for next season?
Depends how much.
I mean, that's not really a conversation, though. Like, we're not saying don't get a strike.
Well,
yeah,
that's kind of what Prime's alluding, though.
No. My question's always been that if we can get our targets, so Jackson, or not Jackson, Osimhen, Gyökeres, I guess maybe Tony, although it looks like we've cooled off interest on him. If we can get our 2 main targets, would you guys be interested in going another season with Jackson and Datro Fofana as our 2 striker?
Yeah, which is why I brought it up, because the other interest is Sesko. I don't want Sesko.
I do not want
Sesko. Sesko's not better than, I've been saying this for months now, Sesko's not better than Jackson.
Exactly.
I mean, if we don't get a strike, we need to get look for maybe a potential good left winger, because we need a
but the problem with the winger thing is it depends what we're going to do next season. Because if we're still going to do obviously this depends on manager and whatnot, but say we still decide to do the inverting fullback, for example, next season, whoever that left winger is going to be there needs to be a guy who's going to be a touchline winger, who's going to be similar to Mudryk in a sense of playing, and Madueke in a sense of playing very wide, but a lot better at it, way better at it than they are. Rather than for example, I don't want us to go and get say or do something like put Nkunku on the left wing and have him be the guy that's on the touchline, picking the ball up and wide and stuff like that.
If I don't know, if you actually want to come to our club and we're just Europa League or something.
I think that's Leao's profile, personally.
That's the thing. I don't think that fits Leao as much. He's going to want to come inside a lot more again. Pause. I need to find a better phrase because I can't keep saying that. He's going to want to drift it. There we go. I've got it. He's going to want to drift inside a lot more. He's going to want to drift inside a lot more.
Yeah.
And to be able to score and whatnot, link up. Whereas with Mudryk, I missed that. I'm so glad I did. But yeah, I think it's just a lot of exploring. And again, this all comes down to Poch or whoever is the manager next season and what they want to do. To be honest,
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you guys is we saw him revert back to the back four and scrap the inverting left back today. Are you guys worried that next game he's gonna, now that Reese is back and
Yes.
Gusto's back, are you worried he's gonna scrap it again?
Oh no, I fully expect him to scrap it next game. I fully expect him to go back to what he was doing.
Fuck. I really hope he doesn't.
I mean, the
I really
argument
hope
makes
he
sense. You know, Scott did say about it coincides with the injuries, and now that we have a proper bench,
It's not even just the injuries. It's not even just the injuries. He did it in the first half when we still had Chalobah playing. Like, he decided to revert back to type and had Chalobah, you know, like making overlapping runs, like moving into attacking areas.
And he went into the second half with no subs doing that. Scott called that out on the spot, and I was like, fuck.
I told you. A leopard never changes his spots. He was put in this position because he had injuries and he had no other choice. And he hit, as has been the case with every good decision this man has had this season. Petrovic, he fell into his lap because Sanchez got injured. Petrovic would be on the bench and wouldn't have played a minute of football this season if it hadn't been for Sanchez's injury. This formation change he lucked into. Cucurella having this form he lucked into because Chilwell was a pathetic excuse for a person who can't stay fit for more than 2 seconds. He lucked into every... Bruh, I fucking hate him. He needs to leave. Like, he needs to be the first dude out the door.
I've been saying this about Poch all season, and that's why the Carabao Cup semi-final against Middlesbrough, the second leg, I didn't want to give him credit for that game. But Andrew was like, no, you got to be consistent and give him credit. Any good thing Chelsea do, it seems like a bit of a fluke. And you know why? Even this inverted Cucurella stuff, we did it for 2.5 games. It looked like it wasn't working in the first half, and he switched it instead of sticking with it. Like, guy, get rid of the guy. He's not worth keeping.
He lucked into everything, even the Palmer thing, right? We spent the entirety of preseason and the entirety of the first few months talking about Nkunku. We need Nkunku. Nkunku's our guy. Nkunku's going to save us. Just for Palmer to suddenly come through and turn into this magician where he was doing bits, and all of a sudden we didn't hear nothing about Nkunku anymore.
I was really on one Palmer.
Because he finally had his guy who he could put all his hopes and dreams on and build his system around his one guy.
Didn't he also not want him?
Say again?
Didn't he also not want him?
He didn't want Palmer. Well, he didn't. It's a weird thing to say. He didn't want. Like, how do I word this? He wasn't actively against Palmer coming in. He wasn't actively against Palmer coming in. He had no idea who he was. Yeah, he had no idea who he was, and hadn't really considered him coming in. Basically, is like the best wording I can. Like, he didn't say no, I don't want. It wasn't a Vlahovic situation where he said no, I don't want him. It was like he just didn't have a clue about him.
Fair enough. I did want to analyze the other goal we conceded, by the way, because this is the one we do have to discuss this, right?
Oh yes, big up my man.
I can't believe you wanted this. If we had lost this game, I was going to blame it on Scott.
This was the best shit I've fucking seen. It's beautiful.
Chalobah defending him. And we already saw Callum try this earlier. And I don't know. Do you guys think Petrovic is a little too to the left? I don't know. Maybe I'm overanalyzing Petrovic here. But yeah, the shot comes in, gets dummied, and boom.
This is the one that hit the ball.
Hold on.
Because it wasn't Chalobah defending. Yeah, it wasn't Chalobah defending. It was just like.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gusto was defending him. So that was the one I was saying. He tried it earlier, right? And so this time he tried it again, and it actually goes in. Here's the thing. I'm glad that Callum is having a good season. Well, not glad. I could really care less. Good for Callum Hudson-Odoi that he's having a decent season. He's not even having a good season.
He's having a
decent season.
He's having an okay season.
Yeah, it's 8 goals, 1 assist this season.
Yeah, but he's been one of their best players. Like he's been a good player for them.
That's from
That's fair. I guess for the team, the quality of the team that he's in, 8 goals, 1 assist.
I could a mad agenda if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'll be nice to Marshall today.
No, listen, Callum Hudson-Odoi, like Nottingham Forest is your level. Let's just be real. You're not even top 5 best players at Nottingham Forest. All this hype these Covenant sexuals have about him, like, guy's average. Christian Pulisic, who Chelsea fans,
oh my god,
is balling at AC Milan as one of their best players. AC Milan, a giant of European football, and Callum Hudson-Odoi is at Nottingham Forest.
It's actually a good chant right here. Oi, 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 hold that Odoi.
Listen, I had to come back on. Wow. I had to come back on, boys. I had to come back on, as the striker. Where'd you go? I went to eat some food, what I mean? Something you wouldn't know about, Chris, innit? So,
shit.
I
don't know about food.
Hold that. Yeah,
what do you mean by that? I'm just anorexic at this point, then.
Listen, man.
Chris, I need to eat?
Why not?
Is that Will that's talking?
That's Will. That's Will.
No, there's someone else.
Hold that Odoi.
All right, no, let's move on. No, at the end of the day, man, Callum Hudson-Odoi, fake 1v1 demon. He can only do it at Nottingham Forest. If they lose, by the way, they're actually guaranteed safety. Sorry, my bad. Even if they lose, they're guaranteed safety.
They're guaranteed safety. Like, they have to concede 13. They have to, like, basically, it's like a 13 goal swing. In the last
but at the end of the day, the best that Cho can do is a relegation side. And that's not even including the fact that he's only started the majority of the games at the end of the season. He's not. He's not. Yeah, he started. The majority of his starts have happened towards the middle to end of the season.
Ahmed, are you done?
No, man. And listen, he's a fake 1v1 demon. You know what I mean? All of the celebration that he was doing, I hope all those Cho Glazers and,
Cho sexuals, we call them.
Yeah, Cho sexuals, were enjoying that, you know what I mean? Maybe they do like a bit of BDSM. Maybe that's their BDSM version. You know what I mean? That's when he was doing like that in the Nottingham Forest shirt.
He's started like a large portion of the games this season. Like, he's played in damn near every game this season.
Nottingham Forest level. Anyway,
yes.
Before Ahmed really interrupt me, listen, Cho, enjoy your Nottingham Forest life, but like, you're not even top 5 best players there. Like, no,
he has been this season.
No,
Chris, Scott.
No, he has been this season. I get it's fun to shit on like old players. I get it's fun to shit on old players for like shits and giggles, but like, he's been good this season.
I'm cooking. Anyway, Forest interrupted. Not even top 5 best players on Nottingham Forest. So enjoy uni up there. Apparently, uni's meant to be good.
Oh, yo, chill out. That's crazy. That was a crazy comment. If you know about Forest, man. You know what I mean? Coventry Junior. That's all I have to say. If you know about Coventry Uni,
that's why he's up there.
Coventry Junior.
Ahmed's not wrong. I'm looking at the stats right now. He had 1 goal in 2023, and then in 2024 is when the 7 came in.
Yeah.
That wasn't his argument. He said most of his starts, he's only started like the last few months.
No.
I mean, he's also not wrong about that. His first goal. Wait. Scott. His first goal in 2024 was in
that was not
4th
the
of February.
That was
no, he's not about that.
That wasn't the argument. It had nothing to do with goals. Quite literally nothing to do with goals.
Yo, what are you doing?
I'm doing the Elise celebration.
When it comes to Hudson-Odoi, I'll be the voice of reason. I'm glad he got his goal today. Like, I could care less. We won. Who gives a shit, right? And I'm glad he's doing well this season. He is doing well this season. People can say that he's doing well. And I'm glad for him. I'm glad he's doing well. And I think he will get to a better club. I'm not saying he'll get.
Who I'm glad is doing well? The better winger, who was always the better winger, Christian Pulisic.
That's cool, and I'm glad. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad he's doing well as well. Like, big up to Pulisic. I'm glad he's doing well.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, I hope you drown in the river. No, you chose that.
That is your thoughts and your thoughts alone in a video game.
That is the thoughts of Marshalldbdx at Casually FC.
Oh no.
But yeah, I'm glad he's doing well. He deserved his goal today. He played well. He was arguably
Oliver, there you go.
today. And yeah, like I'm big up to him. He's doing well.
Why the
And
fuck do you have that picture?
hope he continues.
Just to
Because it's funny.
just to spread that this
I
celebration came out when he scored against Chelsea.
I actually thought he wasn't going to celebrate. I thought, oh, he's doing that calm down celebration. Don't do it. And then he just fucking did.
He can
You're right, I don't even do it.
You know what,
I
man?
genuinely don't care, but
Can I
it's
say
because
There's another group of people we need to talk about here, and that's the Pulisic glazers as well. You know what I mean? Listen, we're not hyping up Pulisic here, scoring goals in Serie A. That's all I have to say.
Who cares? We're
not doing that around here.
No. Who gives a shit?
I do.
Who cares?
I do, Scott.
Why are you so bitter?
Because the Premier League is so good right now. Yeah.
Hating is free, Scott. Hating is free, man. Hating is free.
hating is free.
Bro, like these people live rent free in your head.
I can't lie to you. I didn't even know that Pulisic scored more than
these people live rent free in your head. This is the thing. People get way too like. There's times when I understand it, right? When it came to like the Kai Havertz thing, I understood people shitting on Havertz fans because you got the people like Johnny and Carlito and them man who can't let this player go because he plays for Arsenal, right? But we're talking about and it's a similar thing with like the Rice with Alex Goldberg, where we're talking about guys playing for AC Milan and Forest. I could care less. Like, I hope they have good careers outside of Chelsea. They weren't good at Chelsea for differing reasons, but like, big ups to them. I'm glad they're doing well. Like, more power to them. I could care less if they I could care less about hating them. Worry about the players we've got here. Like, worry about your Sterlings and your Mudricks and your Gallaghers and them, man. Like, worry about these people.
But I do. I cuss out Sterling every
worry
time.
about them. Why are you cussing out guys that don't play here anymore?
Sterling, Kukurea. Have you talking about Kukurea on this chat today? You know, we've had 1 hour 46, and no one has
talked
talked
how much you hate
about Kukurea. You see that? You see this football club, yeah? You see these fans on these channels, yeah? They're not willing to talk about the real cancer.
You can't even take yourself seriously, bro. You know that you are so full of water right now. You literally just called him a cancer. It's insane, and you're not even saying that about Chilwell. That's the weirdest part.
I can't. What's a kid here? How can Chilwell be a cancer when he's not even playing?
The man's fucking falling apart. He hasn't even.
No, Chilwell's a cancer that goes into remission every other game.
You're talking about like he's a cancer. I don't even know how many games he plays for us.
Dude, I was about to look it up. How many minutes has Ben Chilwell played this season? It's insane.
No, you actually killed me.
Enough so we want to keep him, right?
Hell no.
You know what, bro?
I mean, owners seem to want to keep him over Kukurea.
No,
Ben Chilwell has played 1,172 minutes this season.
Marshall, you've actually killed me, bro. You have actually killed me, bro. I can't believe you called him a cancer. A cancer can only work if he's playing consistently. He's not even there. He's not there. You know what I mean? What's going on, bro?
He's our vice captain, man. That's the
hold on,
mentality.
Marshall.
What?
Let me answer. What am I saying about Reese James now?
What do you mean?
I'll say what I said at the beginning of the stream. Like, people are, he's just come back from injury. People are jumping too heavy to glaze him. But like, if he has a bad performance the next game, I'm not going to jump and start slandering him because I know he's just come back from injury and it's going to take time to build up match fitness.
That was impressive, though. He did come back from injury and he looked like that, which is.
He's done that every time he's come back from injury.
I know, but like,
not like this bit from the surgery.
Oh,
like,
look at this. Look at Chris. Chris loves it, man. Just injecting it.
I'm talking.
We don't care. You know what, Prime? Leave the stream. You know what, Prime? Just leave the stream.
Oh, you don't have to listen to him. You don't have to put up with this guy.
From a guy who comes from a country that's never even sniffed an international tournament. That's crazy. You're talking to me.
Hey, we played Algeria, man. We played Algeria Big 2023, man. We up here, man. We up here, bro.
Crazy you're talking to me like that. Even Puerto Rico, where Marshall's from, has made a tournament.
Not from.
I don't know.
Ah, you did what Marshall done.
Oh my!
I'm not from Puerto Rico.
Oh man!
Jesus Christ! I'm from the United States.
No,
I have ethnicity in Puerto Rico. Yes, you're right about that.
Right.
Is it not Peru?
No, I thought it was Peru.
I'm Peruvian and Puerto Rican. Yes.
Yeah, okay, I thought
I was raised by Peruvian parents.
Isn't Puerto mean four? Wait, isn't Puerto mean four? Just want to confirm.
Puerto means port.
Marshall, don't make it out like I'm racist. I was right.
So what does
No, I mean,
is it
Rico,
rich
rich.
right?
Rico means rich or delicious, and whatever.
So you live. So you're from the rich coast, and you're not cooking.
Rich port, rich port. Bro, I'm always cooking. What do you mean?
All right, buddy. You know what I mean? We got it.
I'm session cooking, man. Slow roast.
And he can never cook. Wow.
What are we talking about? What is happening?
Some Discord
Yeah.
Oh my
Are we gonna
God,
turn
man.
into like a fucking IRL
You know what,
cooking
Marshall?
stream?
You know what,
You guys want me to
Marshall,
put the apron on, the chef hat?
I mean,
Want
this
me
is
to
how
start
bad
sizzling
Charles,
some
we are.
steak?
You know what,
We may as
Marshall?
well become a
Sizzling
cooking
some
channel.
meat? Hey, yo!
You know what, Marshall? We need to discuss here, Kukurea. Let's just go back to Kukurea.
What do we need to discuss about Kukurea?
He had a bad game today. Can we admit it? Can we have the
No, he didn't
Kukurea?
know.
not really.
No, but he didn't know.
Kukurea
No,
No, but
he
he
didn't.
didn't know.
Yes, he did.
Not really,
he was
though.
getting
No.
cooked in the first
No, but he
half.
didn't
Like,
know.
No,
who
he wasn't.
It was Cho doing the
All
cooking.
right, you know
actually,
what?
it
Let
was
me-
Cho doing the
Chat,
cooking.
I'm gonna
Left
ask you. I'm
side.
gonna ask chat. Chat, I'm gonna give you a poll, okay? Did Cucurella get cooked today?
You foolish man, like Ahmed. Like there was
We'll,
no.
we'll
cooking
come
from
at
the
we'll
right
come back to
wing
this
side.
at the end of the.
There's
at the end
cooking
of the
from the
stream.
left wing side from Cho.
Can we also talk about Marshall?
Yeah,
let's
that's
get
good
out.
Ahmed. You cooked Kukurea.
Exactly.
Alenga.
Oh,
Alanga. Wait, hold. His name Alanga.
Alanga didn't play till like the 70th minute.
yeah, I didn't even notice him.
That was a problem. I forgot he started. Morgan goes white, baby. You know what I mean? Ryan Yates.
It was Gibbs' wife. Fucking hell, yeah, he did loads.
Yeah.
No, the only thing that Kukurea did bad was
Mm.
the only thing Kukurea did bad was his passing. In the first half especially. It was him and Caicedo, but that's because they were overloading the midfield. I said before,
Yeah, they were
whole team,
overloading the
especially in
center.
first half, was
They were
terrible
trying to
passing.
force us
Like,
to go wide. You could
That's
tell.
what
So
that's what Kukurea had for.
So,
But like defensively, he was solid.
So
Like
Scott,
defensively,
you're
he
just
was calm.
saying.
He was solid.
So Scott, you're just saying, yeah. You know, it's Poch's fault that Kukurea was not good in the midfield.
No, I didn't say that.
But you're saying it's the tactics, isn't it? They were breaking our tactics of in the midfield, so therefore it's a tactical issue. So it's Poch's fault that Kukurea wasn't playing well in the midfield.
No, I didn't say that.
I mean, to a
Well,
certain
literally not what
extent,
I said.
Technically
To a certain
speaking, that's what he did.
to a certain extent, is it Poch's fault that Levi Cole has looked like shit this season? Puts him in
Yes.
the left back position. I think today, in a low block situation like today, maybe it is
No,
Poch's
look
fault.
at
that Cucurella
Adam
looked like shit.
TFC. I like Adam's comment. I think Adam's comment is quite intriguing to this debate, if you don't mind. You know what I mean? It's adding a bit of spice.
I mean,
No, but again,
Man,
like this goes back to what I said when it
left
came
back.
to like what he fucked up on today was the on the ball stuff, and it was the same with Caicedo in the first half, and it was the same with Gallagher like the whole game, and same with Palmer like to an extent. Like the passing was off, like on the ball passing was off, and it was like there were times where he was getting pressed where he like couldn't really get out of it because he's not really that press resistant. But defensively speaking, I had no issues with Bucharest. Like defensively, he was fine. Like no issues with him defensively. No, like the only issue I had with Kukurea, like another issue I had, again, this was a positional thing and like a tactical thing. It's the same thing I spoke about earlier, where it's like at times he was in midfield by himself while Gallagher was picking the ball up at left back, and it's like that should have just been switched. That should have been flipped.
I've got another question, if you don't mind. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson got the winning goal today. 14 in the EPL now.
Oh yeah.
One away from me cooking Marshall at the Magic 15.
what?
But we've got a bet.
You're muted.
Leave Nicholas Jackson alone. He'd be your country's greatest ever player.
All right. Moving on. You know, 14 goals. You know what I mean? Jackson Nation, we're rising still. Obviously, one more goal, and then Marshall loses the bet that we have. You know what I mean? But listen, Marshall, yeah, when we get to remove Touchy from the Nicholas Touchy Jackson name,
I can't lie after today's game. After today's game, today's not the day to talk about that. I'll be
I just think personally, with 14 goals now, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, Ahmed, 100%. Like, I agree with you. Like, Jackson for this season needs respect. For this game,
no, I do.
No.
I literally, I did not sit here and say anything bad about him being touchy or anything today. I just, the truth be told, Ahmed, it'll come off when I come up with a better name. I just haven't come up with a better name for anyone else. I gotta. There's something else I gotta find.
To be fair as well, like today he had that issue. Like he was taking a few too many touches. His first touch today was really horrid. Like my thing about Jackson today, like, is what was annoying wasn't the misses, because like we know what to expect with Jackson in terms of the misses. Like he.
Yes, I see the poll. I'm gonna go.
I'm winning. Again. I'm winning.
Good for you.
But I've been meaning to bring this up actually. Yeah, by the way. And Scott, you can spearhead this conversation. I think this is so disingenuous.
Oh, it is, but I'm ignoring. No. Actually, no. Let me touch on Vic, who after the Arsenal 5-0 in this very chat on this very channel, the words Pochettino out, and then 2 games later is now back on the Poch train, and said after this game in Lewis's chat that anyone that is still Poch out is delusional. Not 3 games ago was saying Poch out after we held 5 to Arsenal. Talk to me about that, Vic, please. I'm intrigued. Because there's video evidence, by the way, of you saying Pochettino out after Arsenal.
Vic,
This is very disingenuous.
I'm gonna address this because, like, which Burns is he talking about?
He's talking about Dan Burn. He can't spell. He's talking about Dan Burn. He can't spell.
Newcastle.
You
know, that's 6 or 7 left back.
The tall dude, like the huge.
The only one I'm really gonna give any attention to is Vardiol, because let's not. First of all, I have to give credit to Guardiola, because Guardiola is the only person or the only manager I know who's capable of doing something like this. If Guardiola had his hands on Levi Colwill, and did that, then I trust Guardiola. Pochettino's not Pep Guardiola. Pochettino is not going to turn Levi Colwill into what Vardiol is turning into now. And that's not to say as well that earlier in the season I criticized Guardiola for continuing to do it and persisting on it because it was costing him games. But he has so much quality around him that he can win games and still get results and challenge for the league with a crutch. Not Pochettino. So when you don't have that kind of team around you, why are you trying to do it? Why are you trying to change, again, the formula you had that was working in the preseason that convinced all of us in this panel that we were going to look good this season? Why are you changing that for what Vardiola's doing, or Vardiol's doing with Guardiola?
I just want to point something out as well. He brought up 2 players that, for the most part of the season, have been average to crap. So, congrats.
I just want to also add,
let's not pretend that Vardiol hasn't been shit this whole season up until the last month.
Been distinctly average. I won't say he's been crap. Like, he's been distinctly average this season, and Burn has been outright shit.
Say something, I want to add something, and that is that maybe this Cole isn't good enough. You know, maybe he's not got the ball IQ of a Vardiol, and then Burns to hack it at the left back role.
I mean, that's his argument to begin with. Colwill, stop putting Colwill shit on Poch. The player needs to step up.
Yeah, man. Poch in.
Yeah. All right, well, Ahmed, you said it now.
Stop, man.
I keep on doing little
Ahmed actually doesn't want Poch in, man. He's been saying on Discord.
Hold on.
Poch doesn't mind it.
Marshall, bring up that.
Why is Prime alive all the time? Prime is always alive.
The one I just had?
No. Prime comes in just when he's needed. That Prime like can be away. He can be like gone. The moment that he is needed, he's there. The moment.
The moment what?
I said the moment that like you are needed to speak on someone, or to crash it on someone or to say something, you're there, like the moment. Perfect timing.
Okay. Stop putting cold shit on Poch. The players need to step up. Fine. But if certain players are not stepping up and they're continuously putting in bad performances, then that's not on the player anymore. That's on the manager for still picking.
I mean, but again, like, I criticize Guardiola. Now I'm calling him Guardiola. Jesus, I criticized Guardiola when he was picking Vardio and putting him in that left back position constantly, but he got away with it because the team around Vardio can score. They can win a game. They're individually brilliant players, and he set it up in a system that it works for them. We don't have that here, so I'm not giving Pochettino any credit for trying to do what Pep is trying to do, and that it's on Colwell. Sure, Colwell's not good enough for that position, but you're also not in a position where everything else is working for you. For now, you literally, Pochettino said earlier, "Oh, in order to sit, you have to build a chair, and you have to start with the pieces." Well, what the fuck are you doing by putting Colwell in a left back position?
Follow his own advice.
Follow your own advice. He's good at the center back. Have him start as a CB. Why are you putting him in the left back? He's not there yet.
There are just differences in general. Like Guardiola has played left back before he went to Guardiola. Colwell has never played left back before he came to Pochettino's Chelsea.
Also, I'd love to know the last time you saw Dan Burn like overlapping into the final third was.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't hear anyone singing Dan Burns' praises about being well at left back except for you right now. Experiment, Marshall. Colwell won't play at left back again, so don't worry. You don't know that?
How'd you know that?
You genuinely don't know that.
This experiment, hang on, no. This experiment lasted for 3 months while we had an actual left back on the bench.
2.
Yeah. I can't lie, man. I think Colwell was doing just as good as a job as
Oh, shut up.
No, he wasn't.
You are so shameless. You are so shameless. Ridiculous.
No, like, the reason why he hasn't been playing left back, by the way, as much lately, because yes, that's why.
It's because he's been injured.
That is why we haven't been seeing it. And
can we talk about the bigger question?
And we've seen how good Cucurella has been at left back.
There's another question I want to ask, guys. Yeah, how come we didn't see Ugochukwu today, man? I feel like Ugochukwu minutes were needed. I feel like
because we need a victory.
Why do we need
to put on attackers?
Yeah. He's not attacking-minded player, is he?
Yeah, he is, man. I think he's got a few attack.
He's got the height, right?
He's got, yeah,
You're
man.
Waffling so hard, man.
He's trying.
You know what I mean?
Deep line this isn't casually waffle, man. It's just casually FC.
Do you know what I mean? Deep line playmaking. You know what I mean? Could help us. You
are waffling so hard. Speaking of waffling,
I'm trying to give us more topics to talk about, man. I'm trying to just juice it for us. You know what I mean?
I got you. Because speaking of waffling, we had some quotes today. Oh, Jesus, my mouth stopped.
Oh, don't show me his fucking quotes. Let's not hear about this. Let's not hear about this.
He's flip-flopping.
I'm doing it because I love you, Scott. Pochettino, if you put all the circumstances in there and you analyze and assess this season, we are in a clear way going high. Finishing strong is our challenge now to try and achieve to be in Europe next season and start the next season strongly. We are clearly going high, I think is what he's trying to say.
We are in a clear way going high.
Yeah, I don't think so.
His English is awful. Holy shit.
He does need a translator. I really do, because I feel like then these comments wouldn't be that bad.
We, on Lewis's stream earlier before the game, we listened to, Soraya, there's I think from yesterday, the pre-match press conference, Soraya posted a question that she asked him about Cucurella inverting, and my man took 500 words and 5 minutes to say something he could have said in about 10. He has a clear issue with communicating, a clear issue with communication.
That's what I'm saying. What's the into training and stuff?
It's not just a language barrier, by the way. It's not just a language barrier. He has a clear issue with explaining his point properly.
But that's the problem.
I said, he takes 500 words to say something he could have said in 10 to 50.
Get a translator, bro. Get a translator. The club's gonna pay for him, not even you, bro. That's what I've always maintained, man.
It's not, no, it's not translator. Like
it is, bro.
Poch,
I'll be real.
It's not a translator. Poch, in general, as a being, as a person, he's a bad communicator.
You know what? Prime's absolutely right. Prime's absolutely right, because I've heard him speak in Spanish, and his Spanish isn't so eloquent either.
Bro, I've watched it's either a video or a tweet. I think it's both. Someone was talking about how when you look at Poch, like also his body language, like his communication is not just verbal. Like his body language is not like it doesn't match with being like a leader.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at people like Mourinho, for example, how strong and how confident he is. Mourinho came into the Premier League. English is not his first language, and his first press conference and said that, not like I have, basically saying I'm the special one. He came in with such confidence and aura, and English is not his first language, and yet he was still able to effectively communicate that. Like,
and it's
a language thing.
But it's not even just a. It's not even just a like a confidence thing in terms of like I agree with what you said in terms of Mourinho, but like someone retweeted the Soraya question thing and basically said, "Can you imagine if someone asked the same question to like a Tuchel or
Tuchel or Pep,
in terms of their ability to communicate what they're thinking, what they're seeing on the football pitch, and their ability to communicate that in an effective way." Because that will be the same kind of stuff that he's having to say to players to communicate what he's trying to get across. So now I understand why players look lost on the football pitch if that's his way of communicating. Like if that's how he communicates, I understand why people look lost on the football pitch.
There's rumors against Aston Villa that it was Thiago Silva who said that Cucurella should tuck into midfield.
That's not even a rumor. That was confirmed.
Oh my god! There's no way.
Poch said that Silva helped in the half-time talk. So he was involved.
Silva's tactics that said invert.
He's doing his, Marshall. He's doing his coaching badges. He's getting to a point where he's qualified.
No, I'm not joking on Silva. I think Silva is gonna be a magnificent whatever he does in the future, because I think he's just that type of person that whatever he aspires to, he will do it at its best way. But the fact that you have your defender one-upping your tactics and saving your ass is embarrassing on Poch, if that is true.
Yeah, let's give this manager to the next year, man.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room just to see that happen. Like, Mauricio, why don't you just try inverting Cucurella? He's like, all right, fuck him, man. I don't care. If I lose, I'm losing my job.
He doesn't actually care. He seems like he's lost it in the interviews the last few days anyway.
But yeah, his interviews are like, dude, he's 1 foot out the door pretty much.
He's like, fuck it, let's see. And then it actually works.
Like, even the last interview, the preview for this match, like, it was all going well up until the very last question. And it was just like, it ended the presser on that note of like, hey, the owners never asked me if I'm happy.
It's crazy.
Oh, he's lost his head.
It's crazy. He inverts a fullback and now he's got chest. Like, come on, man.
It's absurd. I do have another quote as well up here that I do want to. Sorry. Which goes on the happy quote, right? He says here, I never said that I'm not happy. I said maybe I am happy. Maybe I am unhappy. I never said I am not happy. It is a normal headline that's sometimes too much honestly talking. It is not a problem. I have 1 year in my contract. Like I said yesterday, I am thinking long term and thinking for a life here.
I never said I'm happy.
So apparently this.
I said maybe I am happy, maybe I am not happy. That doesn't make
someone
sense.
in Lewis's chat said apparently this is also a part of the press conference he had, or the interview he had, I think this morning, where he was talking about like, oh, if I'm unhappy, I might leave and all that nonsense. I think this is from that same interview. So this isn't after the game today.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, again, it's like his ability. Again, it comes literally what we're talking about. His ability to communicate effectively is shit. Like, it's terrible.
Get someone to translate for him, even the dumb parts.
He had one when he first joined
So
the league. He had one.
Yeah, the beginning
Very
of Southampton. he
strange.
did.
You know what? Yeah,
Interesting.
you know what, man? I'm just tired, bro. I'm just tired of these quotes, all of this bullshit that he's talking. Let's
Fine.
fucking move on, man. This is why. Listen, at the start of the season, I said, at the start of the season, that these quotes that he keeps on saying are gonna bite him in the ass. Yeah, and they've been biting him every single time in the ass, quite literally, since we started losing in the early parts of the season. So keep digging.
It's actually
man.
insane. I say it's insane how he manages to like one up what we had previous to him, like in a negative sense, in terms of like we thought Potter was bad, and he was bad, but like for a completely different reason in the press conference. Like he was like terrible in press conferences, but it was more because it felt like, I don't know how to describe it, but like I don't want to use the word, but like I don't know how else to describe it. Where it's like there was just a thing about him in press conference.
He makes Lampard's press conferences look like they're competent, bro.
Oh yeah, no, he makes Lampard look like coherent in his press conference.
Bro, Lampard's press conferences towards the end when he was crashing out in his first term, were bad. Like they were bad, bro.
The one where he snapped at Liam's movie.
Last seasons were terrible as well. Like last season was even worse because he was here on
even his Everton one.
Last season was bad because he came on an interim thing and acted like he was a private investigator for the club. Like he wasn't manager. Like, he was private investigator. Like, he was acting like he was sitting on the sideline in training, not coaching, just taking notes about all the players, bro. Like that's the way he acted in press conferences, and this is worse.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you guys also know that the Egbali and the directors were at the match today?
No, I did not.
No, I didn't.
I saw a picture of them earlier.
I mean, they're gonna have to be there because
they're not there at everyone.
Well, they're gonna be there the last 3 games because this is giving them Europa League or Conference League football.
I noticed the Forest owner was there.
Yeah, but the Forest owner's there because. Yeah, he's there because he's trying to not get relegated, man.
No, I know, but I didn't particularly. Were they shown on TV or did someone?
I can't lie to you, man.
No,
the Forest owner,
okay.
he's the Forest owner. He's on the list, by the way. After Abramovich, he's next, bro. Out of the EPR, I'm telling you right now. If you know the history,
I thought you meant like to take the club.
Yes, to take his club. I mean that, by the way.
No, our club.
No. As in, listen, I don't know if you know about the Forest owner and the stuff that he does.
I haven't actually looked at what he's done.
The alleged stuff that he's done. Hey, man, he's not safe, man. That's what I have to say, bro.
He's not safe, huh?
I'm letting you know, bro.
Yeah,
he's a bit of an
He's what?
He's a bit of an nutcase. Like he's a bit.
Listen, I honestly I don't know who he is. I don't even know his name. I just saw him sitting on the side.
There's the internet, my friend.
I don't know his name.
Type in,
but
if you type in Nottingham Forest right now into Google, it will come up Nottingham Forest Football Club. It will show you on the side owner. It will say his name. You press his name, you will see everything you need to know about him. Won't you, Chris? Thank you.
Next time there's internet, by the way.
Can we look at the quiz, Mark? Can we look at that little yes or no thing for Cucurella, please?
Yeah, give me a second. Wow, 30 votes, 53% of you said that Cucurella got cooked today. Look at you guys.
I'm disappointed in you people.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you people for lying.
Talk to me, Marshall. So if the majority agree with that,
Cucurella agendas out there.
What
Cucurella outers.
You know what, man?
Remember, people don't like Cucurella.
I mean, Ahmed just probably made like 10 accounts or something. Just
no.
Yeah, it's very possible as well.
I will never do that. I'm not even that moist, Stanley. I'm not that moist in it. You know what I mean? Let's not do that.
Huh?
You're not what? Huh?
Yeah, I'm not moist. Yeah, it's a UK term. It means that you're not like a twat. You know what I mean? That's what it means. You didn't know?
Hey.
You can always change it, Soliman.
What? Do people not know that? Like,
no.
No?
I've never heard that term.
Whoa.
No,
I'm not from there, but that's
Ahmed used it a lot more, and I've heard it.
This is crazy. No, man, this is crazy.
The young kids are saying it nowadays.
This is
I'm just trying to.
I'm not that
I'm just trying to
moist.
stay cool, man.
no. This is something that has been losing my time.
Yeah. No, I've made a couple. But
You
No.
can change it.
Listen,
Pretty
at the end of the
sure
day,
you
man. Listen, at the end of
can. I
the
thought
day,
you
man.
could.
Today we won. Today I could have derailed the whole show today about Delay and saying how we need him because
Yeah,
Reese James
don't.
gonna get injured. I could have done that today. I didn't. Instead, I chose to talk about the good stuff today. My boy Jackson, 14 goals. My boy.
Did you guys know you can get a fucking yellow card for celebrating with the crowd? He got a
Yeah.
yellow after that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. That was
learn
insane. I
something
was
new
like, why
every
did he
day,
get a yellow? No, that was just wild to me. Like, how did this
You're
guy get sent off
celebrating
for
the
that?
crowd, taking your shirt off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
insane to me.
Of course.
That's the rule.
Yeah, man. But because like going
It's
to
a
a crowd
security
is not.
problem.
Yeah, going to crowd is not really safe for the players. Sometimes I don't know why they
Yes.
do that.
You know, Marshall, you don't see there was like 5 security guards and stewards around. Like, trying
Bro,
to-
Yeah,
they
they
were
were trying to pull him off.
they were arresting him. They looked like they were trying to arrest him, bro. You know what I mean?
I mean, they kind of did, to be honest.
Yo, they were looking to arrest bro.
Except the one security guy
The
looked happy. I'm looking at the... yeah.
Ahmed.
Mm.
Ahmed. Do you rate Garnacho?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my
What a
God.
question. Hey, that's a question.
No, I don't rate Garnacho. What the hell happened, bro? Why do you rate Garnacho? What's going on, bro? No, that's
No, rate
crazy.
No, it would make sense.
No.
It would make sense, to be fair.
You
No,
wait,
Yeah, I
rate
could see
Garnacho, yes or no?
no.
I could see
Do you
him. I
rate-
could see him rating
rate-
Garnacho.
Hell no.
Do you rate Luis Diaz?
Yes, I actually rate Diaz.
I mean, he's good.
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
Good
I've
on
got a
the
better
ball.
question. How many United players do you rate?
Oh, that's. Why you have to think about it, man?
I think obviously Kobe Mino. I do think he's pretty good. I rate him. You know what, man? I secretly rate Hoyland. I thought the system's
again,
not
again.
helping.
There we go.
It's not
There we
helping.
go.
I-
The
I-
system is not
I-
helping that
I
guy
mean,
out.
I'm on the
Let's
same
go back.
run
You know-
as Ahmed.
We'll
Get
go
him
Hang
the
on.
bin.
He
Get
doesn't
him
actually
the
get a lot of
bin.
chances. I will
No,
say
no, I
Hoyland
thought
doesn't get a
I
lot of
can't.
chances.
No, wait, listen. Let me finish. I said Kobe Mino, Hoyland. You know who else? That's pretty
I'm with
much
you
it.
on
I
Hoyland
think.
Ahmed. I'm with
Yeah,
you on
I think
Hoyland
that's it,
Ahmed.
yeah.
He hasn't had a fair chance this
What?
season.
Ahmed.
And
Chances-
Varane. Oh yeah, and Varane maybe. Varane, of course.
I don't
Varane.
know. Van's finished, man. He's
Hoyland
finished.
better than Jackson.
No.
he's
He's
No,
not
he's not.
better, but he shouldn't be worth 72 million. He should be about the same price as Jackson.
Again, I think the problem with him, is that I think he went to United, he went to the wrong club because they're too, what's the word, chaotic, and they don't really even have a system that's gonna help to provide chances for him as well. That's what the issue is with Hoyland, in my opinion. He should have stayed at Atalanta for another season. For me, you know what? I actually wanted to come to Chelsea, but my plan was, you buy him, but then you send him back straight away on loan to Atalanta to continue to learn his trade. That was my plan.
Do you rate Bruno?
No, I don't rate Bruno.
Do you rate?
Fuck Bruno.
Would you hold on? Would you take? Do you rate Luke Shaw?
No, I don't rate Luke Shaw.
Nah.
I always call him Fat Boy Luke. You know what I mean? Literally. You know what I mean? That guy, he actually, there's players that have stolen a living. He actually might be the best at stealing a living, by the way. The way he has stolen a living at United is, it needs to be
Do
studied.
you rate Wan-Bissaka?
You know what? I don't rate him. As a full package, but defensively, I do rate him. I feel like he's a good backup. Wan-Bissaka actually would be a decent fullback backup if you're just looking for someone just to be the defense. Honestly,
I know.
I found a... Go ahead, Brian.
Hang on. No, hang on. No. We're not. Nah. See, we call you out here. We're not moving off this. Can you just repeat what you said about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, please?
I think as an attacking and defensive thing, he's not got the whole package. But personally, I wouldn't mind having him as a backup if you're just looking for defensive. Like,
What is it with
Okay,
you
cool.
and
No,
backups?
Marshall. Hold on a second. Cool. Where's the difference between him and Kukurea?
That's what I mean. I don't understand you, bro.
I don't think he's much better. I think he's much. I think.
How did you somehow make this into another Dallo debate? How did you bring this back around?
No, I think he just got checkmate.
Help me escape! I need to escape! Help.
Checkmate.
Do you rate Onana?
Who?
Onana.
Oh my god.
You know what? No, not anymore, bro.
He is
He
absolutely
went to say, yeah, you know.
I
To be fair,
thought he was...
I will say, to be fair, I do
No.
in defensive kind of rate Onana still. I just think that system is what's fucking him over.
You know, listen.
Alright.
Again, Delo Nation.
Would you pay 50 million for him, Scott?
No.
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
That's
Donation?
how much I would value him.
Listen, you know what? I want to be honest here. Again, I said like 2 players or 4 players. I'll take Delo. You know what? Technically 4 players. Again, Delo, Varane, and then probably Kobe Mainu and Højlund.
Wait, you would take Højlund?
You had me until the end.
I would take him. Yeah, man. I think for me, you know what is again for me, Højlund. Yeah, he would be a great backup to Jackson. I'll be honest.
No, he'd be shit.
Particularly with our system. Particularly, you know,
Højlund off.
Højlund barely gets any chances, by the way, in that Man United team. He starves. He literally starves in that Man
Yeah,
United.
no, you know why?
You got Rashford.
No. Because the thing is, he doesn't get chances or doesn't get that many chances. But that's because he doesn't do what Jackson does. He doesn't go and try and get the ball. He doesn't run the channels. He doesn't hold up play. His touch is shit. That's why he doesn't.
You know what it is? You know what it is, though.
You know what
it is, though, Scott. You know what it is, though, Scott. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, you know, this season they should have really set him out on loan to like learn his trade something. That's why for me.
By the way, they got no fullback can overlap.
Like he should have either stayed at what's it called Atalanta, or if we were to buy him, Chelsea hypothetically, we should have brought him. Sent him to Strasbourg to learn his trade. That's what we should have done, man.
The thing with United though, they had no choice with Højlund because they hinged their whole season on getting a number 9.
I know, bro. Which was insane.
Ahmed, do you rate Marcus Rashford?
No, hell no.
He's washed.
I actually have a maybe you want to talk on this Prime, but I have a very interesting stat to pull up. A little comparison. Talking about Nicholas Jackson, comparing him to Osimhen's stats this season.
Oh, yeah.
Osimhen, 15 goals in 22 starts. Jackson, 14 in 29 starts. Assists, 3 for Osimhen, 5 for Nicholas Jackson. Non-penalty goals for Nicholas Jackson's 14. Non-penalty goals for Osimhen, 12. Goals per game, 0.6. Goals per game, 0.04. This probably goes towards your argument that you were saying about maybe we don't need Osimhen.
We've got our 100 mil striker at home, people.
I agree, man. I'm not willing to spend 100 million in.
There's other strikers we can get. And
take that off.
That's why. What?
What?
I don't know.
No, because Marshall put up. I hate Ahmed.
We should.
Discrimination, we're coming, man. I'm telling you, man. Discrimination, we are coming, bro. People believe what I was lying about discrimination.
Marshall put up fuck that one. Now Ahmed's taking
it so quickly.
Yeah. Listen, guys.
I'll take Lautaro Martinez.
Obviously, I want Osimhen. You guys know that. But if we don't get him or we don't get Gyökeres, I would go another season with Jackson, bro. I would go another season.
Where would you improve the team, though? From the left wing, I'm guessing, then? If you don't get another striker?
Whether it's playing Jackson down the middle or off the left, I think he has to be a starter for us next season.
Can I just say something, yeah? You know, Daniel, big up to Daniel. Daniel, you come in here into Casually FC to try to hate on me. We don't tolerate that nonsense on Casually.
What did you say?
FC. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, bro, you are a Heats fan. You know what I mean? Your team is washed. Respect.
Isn't your team washed?
My team's Nuggets, bro. What are you talking? We're in the conference.
I can't take a team with Nuggets in their name. I can't take them serious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but of course, I can't take a guy that comes from Shrewsbury seriously either. So you know what I mean.
I don't come from Shrewsbury, actually.
You know what I mean? Tomato. You know what I mean?
I actually don't come from Shrewsbury.
Where do you come from, then, Chris?
Somewhere Bottle Wooden. Go on.
Oh, even better then. I don't care about a guy that goes to Bottle Wooden then. That makes sense.
You hate it?
Ahmed, check PC.
What the hell happened? Hey man, listen, Daniel, bro. Remember, you're a Minerals Mount fan. You know what I mean? Let me know when it starts. Big up Daniel, man. You know what I mean? But it's all love.
Bro's
man.
injured again.
Injured again and
Hello?
again.
Can we go back?
No,
Can we go back to the fact? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Can we go back to the fact that Ahmed said Daniel comes in casually? Like pause.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Like raw.
Wow.
Hey, yo.
Man, this is nasty work, man. This is nasty work.
You already said it, bro. No one forced you to say it.
Daniel's right.
Listen, man, I'm a
We
winner.
change teams.
I'm a winner in the NBA. I don't care. You can see, you can look at me.
No,
Look
you're
at my
a
face.
bandwagoner.
Look
You're
at my
a
face.
bandwagoner.
Look at my face. I am a glory hunter in the NBA. You think I can?
You're a glory
Unless it's
hunter,
footballer,
period.
You know what I mean?
Let's not wait. Let's not pretend like you weren't switching the stat. You were hard watching Stat Renee games
This makes me wonder now.
when we were going through our tough patch.
Listen,
This
the
makes me
reason.
wonder.
Wait. Bring me full. Can you bring me full?
Let's not
listen.
pretend like you
Can I
weren't
get full
going to
screen?
bandwagon with my friend here at Ladimus Prime to go to Madrid with your boy Malo Gusto. Let's not pretend that you weren't going to hitch onto that bandwagon.
Listen.
Marsh, you know what
Can
makes
you
me
go
wonder?
full
Was he a
screen?
Man United
Full
fan?
screen.
Was he a Man United fan early days?
Yeah, he was a United fan. He was watching Dallo.
No, I'm not talking about Dalla. I think he
Full
has
screen
soft
me.
spot for Man
Full
United.
screen me, Marshall. Full screen me,
Ahmed's
Marshall.
not coming with me. Ahmed's not coming with me and Gusto to Real Madrid. He's not coming.
Listen, Marshall, can you full screen me? Marshall. Can you full screen me, Marshall, please? Please, Marshall, full
There's
screen
been
me.
too many.
Listen, I want to say this nice and clearly. When I watch, when I watch Stade Rennais, Elite Club, I watch them, because they bring, exquisite talent. You know what I mean? Talent that becomes generational. They brought in Dembele, Tell, Desiree Doué now, another guy that's gonna get picked up this season. Martin Terrier. They got the guys, man. Why am I not gonna be looking, searching, hunting for the next big talents here that are coming through there and trying to bring them to Chelsea? Of course I am. You know, when I'm watching, I was not even watching United in the early days. I don't know where this came from. Where did this nonsense come from? And listen carefully. I don't care about NBA. NBA is just another league that I just love to watch basketball because I'm a basketball fan.
I'm not gonna
But
lie.
I don't
Basketball's
care.
fun right now. I'm not.
You know what I mean? I'm
Knicks
just here
looking cool.
to be a glory hunter. You know what I mean? I don't care. Listen, you
Wait.
see my jersey collection?
Wait, Ahmed, you're a glory hole hunter.
United one.
Yo, you're crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, this stream is derailing. This stream is derailing so
I
hard.
mean,
Yeah, industry.
Oh.
how much? Can you talk about Chelsea? About
Industry.
Poch,
No, I think we're done, man. I mean, for the most part, I think we're. I think we're good to go, man. I think I've had enough. We won.
I was
That's
going to
great.
say,
I don't even know what you said.
Once he started saying we're not coming together, I was done.
How dare you,
Whoa.
Joe? Call me a
to the
QPR fan. How dare you call me a QPR fan? Are you serious? Because
earlier.
I mean, I want to question. I reckon you support a different team before.
I want to see your birth certificate.
bro, my local
What team? What
is
team was on
Chelsea.
that birth certificate, bro?
Who's your local team, Marshall? What, New Jersey FC or something like that? Go support your own local team.
New York Red Bull. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Don't
Oh,
take
so
it.
you know what? You're not
He's
allowed to
gatekeeping.
watch. You're not allowed to watch basketball anymore.
Yeah, man, my local
He's doing that
team
gatekeeping. He's doing
my
that
local
gatekeeping.
team is Toronto Raptors because, like, you know, whenever
No,
I leave, that's
you
my
would
local
no,
team.
but you no, but you weren't born in Toronto. I was born in New Jersey, so yeah, my local team, the
Yeah,
New
go
Jersey
support-
Nets, who are now
yeah.
Brooklyn Nets. My
Yeah,
local
listen,
team,
Go support them then. Go support them. I don't care. Like,
Mets.
I'm a free agent then. I'm a free agent. I'm a free
You need to
agent.
calm
I
down,
can go
man.
to anyone. I can go to anyone. But I am
Ahmed,
Chelsea.
you're
Through
not a
and
free
through.
agent.
Family
Ahmed,
blood is Chelsea.
Ahmed, why is it you say you're a glory hunter, but yet you were a Palace fan 2 years ago?
I was not a Palace fan again 2 years ago. I was again. You know what's crazy? Bro? I just love
Hey,
to
listen,
scout.
we don't want
I'm
your
a
kind
scouter.
here.
Listen,
You
I'm a
stay over
scouter.
there.
You know,
Jersey
people
hater.
hate on me
The
for
lot.
scouting. I scan. I was the one that was talking about Elise and Eze before everyone else. I was talking about Tariq Mitchell before
You were
everyone
also
else.
talking
I
about
was
Conor
talking about
Gallagher.
Anderson before
You were
everyone. I was
talking
talking about
about
Conor
You were talking
Galladinho.
about
I was
Conor-
talking about Galladinho before everyone else.
You need you.
I remember
Ahmed,
when Galladinho against Brighton, when he hit that goal against Brighton in that derby. I was there.
Do you know what you were
I think
always
you remember that.
talking about? You were talking about the fact of you have a Kai Havertz on the back of your shirt.
Oh shit. Oh shit. All right.
Baller.
I hope you're here to cook, Alex. Let's see. Big up, Alex. It's been a while.
What up, my
man.
people?
Big up, Alex, bro. What you saying?
It's been a while. I swear. It's been so long. The other day I was thinking.
I was not even listening. I was watching Michi Boy's YouTube channel, and I heard what's his name? What the fuck is name beside me? Ahmed. Ahmed, yeah, yelling all the way from UK how tough his Chelsea fan is. Like, what the fuck? There, you got a Chelsea tattoo on your ass or something? We don't know.
No, that's too far. I'm not allowed to say too myself.
Hey man, like Alex came here like the Undertaker. He just heard you waffling so much. He's like, no, let me
Exactly.
All right,
calm
man.
this guy
You know
down.
what? Get him out of here, man. Get you know what? Get Marshall out of here, man. Let's get Marshall out of here. Man.
I'm an equal opportunity.
Exactly.
streamer.
Don't discriminate. I'm just simple white boy. You don't like white boy?
Oh my god! Oh my
Oh
god!
my days, man.
Oh my word. I'm at the
Alex.
beach actually. My family went. I don't know where they went. I'm home by myself for a moment. So just
Hey.
having
Nice.
to enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to enjoy yourself, even though Chelsea are winning. It's not the best football, but yeah.
I mean,
Marshall.
to be fair, we played better at the second half slightly.
Yeah,
But-
slightly. I mean, what did you watch? You watched the game then, Alex? What were your thoughts on the
I
game?
watched the game, most of it driving
Oh,
on-
okay.
95 South.
Oh, I know that. I know that highway. I know exactly which one.
Yeah,
you're talking about.
so 95 it goes all the way to Toronto, where that fake Englishman was.
Ahmed.
No, you're from Toronto, big man. You know, I mean, it's a family.
I know, which is why it's fucking hilarious when you're saying back your local team, but then you're out here saying back in the Toronto
Yeah,
Raptors.
you should,
like,
you should, yeah, you
I
should be a
was saying,
hockey fan.
from the NBA.
chances are, bro, you're closer to Fulham than you are to Chelsea. So back Fulham, bro.
No way. I'm actually.
Send me your address.
much
Send me
closer to
location. Send me
Chelsea.
location.
Whoa, chill out.
I'm gonna
I'll
confirm.
send it to you.
I'm gonna confirm, bro.
Yeah. All right, I'll send it to you now. Actually, I trust.
You ain't got no money to live around
Yeah, I
Stamford
ain't
Bridge.
gonna put you. I'm gonna put you on
Yeah.
You
blast.
ain't got no money to live around Stamford Bridge. There's rich people who
I'll
live there.
send it to you on Discord. Innit? Let me send
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
to you.
yeah. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna see if I can find Ahmed out right now. And if there's
Yeah,
like a
and
smaller
make sure
local
you
club-
share it so everybody knows.
No, I can't.
Don't get Marshall. Don't do that, Marshall.
No, of course. But like, now I'm gonna find you out, man. I'm gonna find out if you're really the fraud med you really are, man.
He really thinks I'm a fraud, you know. He's hilarious.
Yeah, because you said
But-
Cucurella played like shit.
All right, then let me show you the map here. I'll do it for you. For
It wasn't.
No,
it
no,
wasn't
no,
his
it's
best
fine.
game. It wasn't his best game. So that recently won. Like recently, he was one of the best players. But today, he wasn't. He wasn't one of the best players. To be fair,
No, not at all. But would you take him
I
over
thought
Dallo?
Castado. Why would there be a choice?
Ahmed wants
Like,
just
why you
asking.
give me? Why you go give me those? Why you not give me him and somebody better?
I mean,
Why it has to be a drop?
you might want to ask Ahmed about that. He wants to scout Delat and take him to Chelsea.
No, I
Hello.
actually rate a lot. To be fair, I rate, but I don't think
Uh,
I actually rate him.
you
And
very much going forward, I'm guessing, because he can create normally, but
no, that's not why. I'm saying like I think he performs the way he's still performing. Sometimes good, sometimes shit.
yeah.
Same with Chelsea.
I mean, he has been actually their best player this season. I will admit, like even my brother's United fan.
I don't watch Man United that close
Yeah.
to be.
A lot of United fans saying I spoke to that he's been their best player, but they all been shit.
Marshall, take Discord. I just did the math for you. Really
Yeah.
good.
What? But
I mean, you're not
Jackson
far. You're
been
10 minutes.
shite until he scored, but the whole game he was messing up the final third. Kind of annoying, to be fair. There's a reason why I don't like him most of the time during the game. Frustrating person to watch. Does everything but the final pass. That decision making in the final third is so annoying, so annoying. But does everything before that better than anybody in the Premier League. Like the way he rolls defenders, the way he technique is, but doesn't know when to stop. Shocking. I hope it's immaturity. I hope it's like the first year in the league. You know, maybe next season he will like understand. Maybe with some like it's like they want to impress so much that they don't share. Sometimes even Palmer does it. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I think
Palmer is just slightly better than Jackson.
But I think overall, like, I feel like I've seen maturity from the beginning of the season from Jackson versus now. Like now he's a lot better than he was.
I see progression in him.
Yeah.
Development wise, yes. There's only a few players that actually solo progression. Like, you know, constant better throughout the season, which is technically Gusto, Caicedo, him, and Palmer. The rest of them shite.
Okay, yeah.
No, see, I didn't see no progression. Like some of them are like Enzo was seriously worse than last season. Badass Chile, that fucking biggest forehead on the planet Earth, like he just like the drop of the quality how he was last season versus now, it's shocking. The bug guy Disasi is like a disaster waiting to happen. Thank God he Chalaba. He was so afraid of Hudson Odoi today, man. He was giving him space. Way too much space.
You don't think Chalaba's improved this season?
Oh, he has improved.
Improved? Like, improved from what?
Like, I feel like now he's more
from
consistent.
Injury to playing. Yes, that's the improvement.
On the pitch, the performance.
But Marshall did. What you're saying is the argument I have when it comes to Poch. I'll be right. I don't think Poch is like outside of maybe Jackson. I don't think he's improved any player. No, every player that we've had, and maybe Gusto, because like Chalaba has played better for us under Tuchel. Like, and what he's playing at now, I've already seen under Tuchel. So he's not improved him. Chalaba's playing at a level I've already seen.
I don't think Pochettino improved any players. I think the way I look how they improved, I think it's the league improved them. Like they improved basically on how you say it, like you know, the more you play, the better you become. I think that's
the more reps they get.
Yeah. So I think Jackson starts. You see what I'm saying?
I think most of them, and especially guys that have already played in this league, like Caicedo, like I'm trying to think of other players like Cucurella, etc. He hasn't improved these guys. I've seen these guys play to this level before. He's not improved them. They're playing to a level I knew they could play at. We're just seeing it now, finally. Like he hasn't improved anyone.
Did anybody see my repost with Talk Sports guy that Ghost Stream, whatever? They're talking about we are Chelsea, we are Palmer FC, not if you can find my retweet, you will understand what I'm talking about.
From TalkSport, I've seen the tweet from there.
Yeah. Something about Palmer FC, and I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, I can find it.
Like the way he's talking about, like, oh, if it wasn't for Palmer, we would be a shite and blah blah blah. We just Palmer FC, which technically it is, but how? Why are you making it an insult? Like, isn't it the same thing with every club that have the one specific player? Maybe some better clubs have two. You know what I'm saying? That make the most impact of the team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The problem I had with it is that they're trying to use it. Oh, you're Palmer FC. They're trying to use that as a stick to beat Bowley over the head with, as if Bowley and his regime weren't the ones.
I don't even know why
Palmer.
he put the Bowley name in it. I think he just upset.
No, this was about Bowley. You know, Alex, you know the
the
comments where it was
commentary.
like our last 2 games. And all that?
Yeah.
This was in these guys on Talksport. They were responding.
But okay, but that's what I'm saying. Don't you think like every club take Rodri out of City? They don't click no more.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Take Bruno out of United. They shout with him. They shout without him. But if you take Bruno out of United, they even worse.
Yeah.
They even worse shit if you will take to Bruno. But for some reason, if Chelsea, that obsession and that the whole conversation with like, oh, this American, like this is coming from freaking public radio.
Yeah.
You got yourself a new owner at United that literally said they going to do same shit as Chelsea. They going to go buy data. This big ass nose on the radio. You got a face for the radio, you fuck. That's why you're not on TV. And you see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't necessarily even think that like going based off of data is necessarily bad. It's just the execution's been bad. Like the timing of it's been bad. Like look at our recruitment for the most part. It's not bad. You know, there hasn't.
But
you
the
can
thing
look
is,
at
Marshall,
Mudryk.
this is Talk Sport. These are the kind of guys that push the Caicedo as a flop narrative.
Yeah. I understand. I know these guys are like old school.
They're
and
scummy, man.
They want proper tackles and get stuck in and all that bullshit. And they probably love Conor Gallagher and think he's the best player for Chelsea. Like I get it.
I'll put it to you like this in one sentence. Rory Jennings has his own radio show on that on their thing. So there you go.
Exactly. So like, I get it, but like, it's just like once things start going well for Chelsea, I want to hear what they have to say. You know?
No, you see, the biggest agenda of what is happening is they show Bolo is the owner, but he literally
That's
not
true too as well.
He's not said. I've never heard this big nose fraud talk about the Glazers take money out of the club, take anything. Never mentioned them.
Yep.
Aren't the United owners Americans too?
Yeah, they are. No one wants to mention.
Look, I'm not a support of Bowley's like recruitment and all that, because I do need a separation between youth and adult team. Like,
yes,
don't get me wrong. Like you can hire and you can recruit a lot of young team players, but that should not have to be affected by your starting 11. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's the like, there has to be a separation. But his obsession with Chelsea is because it's so relative, and we step in on United because he's a United fan. You know that he's a United fan.
Yeah.
He's hardcore United fan, and like his obsession that we, as bad as we are, you see what I'm saying? It hurts him. We literally hurt the guy's feelings, man.
Yeah.
And to come from all the season, talking about $1 billion midfield, $1 billion spending, they the ones that brought it. All of a sudden, that $1 billion start overtaking your shit club.
Yeah, they've sacked so many managers too, and they still have the same shitty players that are high salaries and shit.
Yeah, well.
Look at Rashford. Rashford needs to go. There's part of the United fandom.
No, who's gonna feed the kids in Manchester?
There's part of the United fandom that think that when Ten Hag leaves, it's gonna solve everything. No, there's still bullshit that they're gonna have to deal with.
I tell you the truth, I don't even think it's Ten Hag, most of it. I seriously think they have more experience than Chelsea in starting 11. That's why they perform slightly better than Chelsea. They don't drop points immediately right after they score. You see what I'm saying? Chelsea scored the goal, 8 minutes later we concede.
Yeah.
Oh no, United do as well.
Well, I know that, but if you watch Scott, like throughout the season, they doing slightly better, not doing average stupid mistakes than young players do. That's all it was.
They do. The only difference between United and us is luck. is pure luck. Like they have had so many games, but they should have got like that Crystal Palace game they had. That's been a performance that's happened.
Yeah, they did have more games lucky in the beginning, scoring goals.
That Brentford game where they conceded like 30-something shots in that game. Like they should have held 5 at least in that game, but they didn't because Brentford didn't have their shooting boots on, and they walked out of a 1-1 draw. It's like they've had so many games like that where they like the fact that they are where they are is pure luck. It's nothing but luck, and like you can hear.
Well, you know how people saying like you create your own luck sometimes. So McTominay saved them. Should we call United McTominay FC? Because if you remove McTominay's goals, what would they be? I wonder.
Yeah, much lower.
Yeah, there would be lower.
How many times McTominay? Yeah. Where would United be without McTominay?
Much lower. They'd probably be there with Everton in them.
I don't know about that far, but they would be.
No, it's that bad.
No, I remember McTominay won them the games plenty of times. Like with
I know
his goals, like really, how you say it, like got them points.
I hear that, but like Everton are like 16th. Like I'd see United.
Yeah, you took insult about Everton.
I think if United took away United's goals from McTominay, they probably run 12th, like where we were last season. I think that's.
But they got 10 points deducted. Remember that?
Oh, they won their appeal though, didn't they? So it's a bit less.
Did they?
Yeah. I think Everton won their appeal, but Nottingham Forest didn't.
Yeah, Forest.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they took the points away.
Yeah, so Everton got given a few points
twice.
back.
Yeah, so Everton got deducted 10 points, then got given 6 back, and then got a further 2 deducted, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got twice punished.
Yeah. So they got deducted 10, and then I think they got either 4 or 6 points back. I think it was 6, and then got another 2 points deducted again. So like 8. Another charge.
Yeah, no, for another charge.
They got in total they had like I think 6 points. Oh no, 8 points in. So they got 10,
8 points.
Then had it reduced by 4, and they got another 2.
Yeah.
8
so see how much points United have, plus McTominay, and see if they will be the same with Everton. You see what I'm saying? Off the table, what's the point difference with them off the table now?
Because I don't think I'm that far off when I say without those McTominay wins, they're fighting with Everton.
Exactly.
They only have 54 points. It's only 14 more than Everton.
So I think Marshall. I know when it comes to like expected stuff, it's not great. I was watching one of Saeed's streams the other day, and one of the guys on there was saying that if you look like there's a table with like expected points, and it basically works out like based on how games have gone. If things had gone the way they were in the game, like if it had gone that way, I think on expected points they're on like 16th. They're legit 16th in the table.
Jesus Christ! Yeah.
So they are 14 points ahead of United.
They've played like a relegation team this season, and then just got extremely low.
So let me get this straight. They are United 14 points above Everton right now.
Yeah, they are.
Right, yes.
Right now.
14. So minus 8. It's 14. It's 6.
Yeah.
You telling me McTominay's goals did not affect 2 games?
It definitely did. It was Chelsea was one of them.
You see what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
They beat us with the
Yeah, I remember McTominay affected like 3 games. I remember 3 games. He's the winner, or at least a draw. So they should call themselves McTominay FC. Otherwise, they're gonna be Everton FC.
Exactly.
I mean, that's an indictment of where they're at right now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I said, these Everton. Wow. These United fans really think that once Tuchel comes in or Southgate comes in, whatever,
Don't get me wrong. If you remove all the Palmer, sorry, Marshall. Don't get me wrong. If you remove all the Palmer's goals, we will there with United.
Yeah, we would struggle a lot. That's
also Marshall. They don't think that though. Like they don't think that. Like most rational United fans don't think that. Like most United fans, like if you listen to like, because I consider most of the YouTube guys when it comes to United fans rational, like your rants, flawless, Staffy, etc. Like most of them don't want Europe, number one, because they want to have one game a week so a new manager can come in and actually establish something without the distraction of Europe. And like they know that it's gonna this season is gonna be more focused on just gutting this team and getting rid of players than it is getting players in.
You definitely have to gut that team, 100%.
And most fans like realize as well, like they don't want your Tuchels and your especially not Southgate and these guys, because like they're not in a position where they
get in what's his name? They get in Chelsea's ex.
What, Potter? I reckon Potter could do well for them if they actually get rid of their if they gut that team properly, and get a couple of good pieces in. I reckon he'll do okay there. Like I reckon he'll have.
Well, Saudis are not going to buy any more players as much as the last time. They want to stop to that. So where are we going? I understand McTominay is a decent player. He can go somewhere mid-table, like West Ham. He can be decent over there. But I don't think we're going to get rid of him. We're going to have a hard time selling players that they have. Because they have no value market. Chelsea always had the value market sell. United doesn't.
I think for them it's less about. I think it's less about what they make and more just getting them out. I think that's the thing. I think
but that's what I'm saying. Are they willing to get rid of them with losing money?
I think they should, but
they should and would. It's different things, but United can afford actually. United's budget is not. It's like comparing Walmart budget with I don't know somebody else, but
Whole Foods.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe if they will just start to cut losses.
I think they should, because I think for one of the players that you're mentioning,
I think we should keep all the players. They need them. Let them hold them with open arms.
As a rival, I agree with you.
Exactly.
If I were to put myself in their position, like
I would not want to.
No, I wouldn't want to. The one player that I would think they have to take the biggest loss on is Marcus Rashford. I feel like he's the poster child for how
he's not going nowhere.
He needs to leave. He needs
to, but he won't. I don't think he's so bad. He's a system player that if you utilize him right, he will be fine. But he's not the worst at This is my problem when people saying you must remove it. Like same with Gallagher, people saying like you must get rid of him. I know, Scott, your opinion. I'm not even going there. I'm just telling you, you gotta keep players like even Gallagher. The reason why I want to resign him because I think he's a decent squad player. Keep him. Our players are so fucking fragile. They break like a freaking paper.
Well, let me ask you this though, Alex. Like, I don't think the tactic is really the issue. I think a lot of it is the ego. You look at someone like Bukayo Saka, who's getting paid relatively the same amount, but he's still putting on good performances for Arsenal. And you go look at Rashford, and he's the complete opposite.
Well,
the guy knows he's going to get his paycheck at the end of the day.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, when you, for example, the reason why in a good established team, when one player does not pull his weight, there's the 10 another ones will. So if your team doesn't play well, but you the star player, everybody's going to look at you. But you have a quality team, but you're not pulling your weight and you're still winning. The eye is not on you as much. You see what I'm saying? For example, watch wingers today for City were great.
The game, but
I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying? Like Doku came and didn't do
This season in
shit.
general, their wingers haven't been that
You
good.
see what I'm saying? But they winning the game. You see, he disappeared. They kicked him out. Where did he? Where he?
I have no idea.
I dropped my mouse. Sorry. I'm back.
Oh, you drop your mouse and
Yeah,
automatically
the buttons
kicks you out.
here. The buttons here put me go back. That's what happened.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like I understand frustration with Rashford. I also saw Rashford scoring goals, a lot of them in one season. If you put him in the right position, he can score.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the whole team.
That's the thing.
I don't know. I'm like I said,
Maybe.
I'm not in the shitty
The toilets
United
don't work.
toilets don't work. I don't know how they run.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here as well.
I'll see you guys. Prime,
Good talking to you
always
again,
good
Alex.
to see you. Oliver, good to see you. Enjoy.
You too.
Have a good night, Alex. Enjoy your time away. But yeah, I mean, ladies and gents, I think today, good match. Well, for good result. But that being said, we're going to call it a night. Tomorrow, we will be back for the Casually Chelsea show. So by all means, come by. We're going to talk about a few bits of news, this and that. But as always, ladies and gents, big up to you all. If you haven't done so already, smash up the like button. It helps us out tremendously. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we're on our way to 3K and we're growing at a healthy amount. So let's keep the momentum going, ladies and gents. Let's keep subscribing so that we get to that 3K. Hey, listen, if Chelsea can get 3 wins in a row finally for the first time this season in the Premier League, we can get to 3K. So, ladies and gents, help us out by doing that. Hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever we go live. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description for Prime's Twitter. We have Winter Surfer's Twitter on there, my Twitter, Discord, all that fun stuff. Everything is there for you guys to enjoy, extra content and all that. Be sure to check out the links in the description. The comment section. Sorry, lost my thought there. Be sure to check out the comment section as well, ladies and gents, because the comment section, I do read them, and I would like to hear what you guys' thoughts on the game today was as well. And lastly, but not least, check out the memberships because we appreciate you guys as members. You get emojis, you get some perks, priority in the chat as well, all that fun stuff. So a lot of good perks and more to come with the more memberships. And with the proper casual and higher tiered members, we give you guys shout outs at the end of every one of these shows. And that's going to go out to Suproten, M3, Adam CFC, Wasabi Meets World, Horizont, Hereditar, B-Man, JC, Ishi, A. Soliman, EE, Hassan Nawaz, Uncle Gestures FC, Will, OG Triple Jesus, Dark, Adrian, Pelu, Coco 624, The Danzo, Gabriel A, Adib, AK Satid, and Joel. Appreciate you guys for your support. And guys, we're going to be rating out to Flawless, as he is always the channel that is on after me, and we love him over there as well. So copy and paste that raid message. Let him know where you're coming from. And as always, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the show. Keep it casual and have a good night. Peace.